Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and
all right,
16.
we're back.
Tough loss, buddy.
Well, you know what? I'm here to say it. Zappy makes me happy. All right?
Team Bailey.
By the way, we've been in here for, me and you watched the whole game.
Whole game.
I'm here to tell you this. I'm here for the Zappy era.
Best thing that could have happened today was...
Yeah,
you
exactly
mentioned
what happened.
Brian Hoyer just went to the locker room. I don't even know if he was hurt. He was like, you know what? I'm done here.
You know what, dude?
And he's doing the right thing.
I kind of feel like, and we talked about it during the game, I kind of feel like it was almost like they walked over and like, you know what, dude? We're good. Yeah. You're a nice guy. You made millions of dollars.
I don't even know if they mentioned like why he went to the locker room. I just think
I don't even remember. It was
kind of like fucking Forrest Gump. He's like, I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna go home now.
I think me and you were like, don't ask, don't tell. We were just like, he's gone. That's fine. Zappy, everybody was pumped. So for the people at home who might not be from Boston, obviously, we're talking about the Patriots game. They just lost an OT to the Packers. They were.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers, by the way.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers.
Go talk to your family, loser.
Yeah, I know. His family hates him. I mean, I don't really care. Like,
stupid dumb haircut.
Like loves hangs his hat on being an anti-vaxxer. Yeah. Which whatever. I don't give a shit about that. You want to get the vax, fine. You don't want to get it, whatever. He's just I like any excuse to make fun of him. So like,
agreed.
I'd be like, if somebody's like, I don't want to get the vax, I'm like, I like yours. I respect that.
Yeah.
When Aaron Rodgers doesn't want him, I'm like, you're a fucking loser.
Save yourself and no one else, loser.
Mac Jones, pack his bags. Get this kid out of here. I'm fine. You know what, Mac Jones. Who knows? I feel like we've seen what we're going to get out of that kid.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of made it move a little bit last year. Everyone was like, he might be the rookie of the year, might be, you know what I mean? Yeah. For a little bit. And he's just been dead flat.
Give me this kid Zappy. Like, once he calmed down a little bit,
yeah,
I thought he was great.
He was good.
Yeah, he was great.
Western Kentucky's funny. What did he say? What was the high school?
Oh, no, Houston
Baptist. Houston Baptist.
Give me, when you tell me that a guy's a Christian, I'm like, I need that football player on my team.
That's like Ricky Rowe. Remember in Blue Chips?
Blue Chips. What a movie, by the way.
Southern Baptist or First Baptist?
All the Baptists. Any Glenn will do. So we watched the game in here today.
Yeah.
Great time. Can we talk about the food choice that was in here, which was
phenomenal?
It's undefeated.
Yeah.
Draft beer pairs with one thing best, in my opinion. And I'm not talking. This is not a. We're not talking about a main course. We're talking about a snack food.
Snack, and I mean, we could go on and on. I love snacks for draft beer, but you had me until you know what I mean. So the answer is pretzels. Right?
The answer is pretzels.
And you had me until you busted out those wasabi fucking peas.
Wasabi peas. My theory on the wasabi peas and like.
I don't like peas, and those things are fucking dynamite.
It's food for guys who've like ruined their palate by like drinking so much alcohol.
Right.
Basically, that's why they sell it at the liquor
They're
store.
so good.
They are unbelievable.
I'm going to be burping up wasabi for the next 3 days.
That's fine. That's good.
That's fine.
But it was a great game. I mean, I thought they were awesome.
Dude, I walked into this place, I was like, we're going to get smoked.
Yeah, we were like, they're going to get smoked most of the game.
Young team, no quarterback, and then we just took them to OT.
Yeah. I thought it was a great game. And Crosby.
Kid Jones was dynamite on defense, and then I don't know what the fuck happened the rest of the game, but
it was awesome. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Golfed a little bit, tailgated a little bit at a high school game. Not out of the ordinary, just your average thing. I just, got my first dub today for Papuana.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Love it.
Shout out to Hyde Park. Great concession stand.
Dude, let's talk about the concession stand. This menu is wild.
Yeah. So I'm always big on like concession stands. Few cities are all right, and then there's ones where I'm like, I have no problem traveling to this.
Sure.
I can add Hyde Park to them. They had chicken and waffles at 8 a.m.
Insane.
8 a.m. And I'm like, you have what? And they're like, yeah. And then I looked and I was like, shit, I don't have cash on me. And they go, we take Venmo, we take Apple Pay, we take Cash App, we take IOUs. We don't give a fuck. We just want you to eat this delicious food. And I did. It was so fucking cold, dude. And they just had this thing roaring with fucking heat, dude.
Love it.
Charcoal grill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got our first dub, and then we came back. I watched my nephew afterwards. He lost a little kind of a heartbreaker, 7-6.
Yeah.
But came here, watched the game.
Nice.
Saw the Zappy movement, and we're here drinking beer and talking about pretzels.
Tell a tale.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
How was yours?
My weekend was great. I won a Cornhole tournament. So
Big fucking surprise there.
I mean, so this Cornhole tournament's down the street from me. It's a great fundraiser. It's not like really like I'm probably one of the only people who goes there who plays regularly. I don't really play regularly anymore, but I used to. I play with my buddy from Home Depot that I used to work at Home Depot with every year. He's not like a player. Like he doesn't play like tournaments or any of that stuff. We've come in second every year. People have been like, why don't you just grab one of your like doghouse cornhole guys and like just run the table? I'm like, no, I am fucking faithful to people. Right? I stick with my guy. And we were texting each other. We're like, we're not losing this tournament this year. We are not losing. First of all, I've been blacked out during the finals the other 2 years.
It happens, buddy. What are you going to do?
It does happen. I was a little bit better under control this year. The best part is my buddy played lights out. I didn't really play that great. Nobody hung more. By the way, the guys that like loved beating us in the years prior they hung 7 points on us. Like that was the most anybody ever got on us the whole day. 7 fucking points. All right. People were calling the cops because there's blood on the streets. All right. Like it's supposed to be a charity, but it was just a fucking murder investigation. It was like a Law and Order SVU episode.
Love it.
Like, and I was the criminal.
Ice-T's just out there just antagonizing motherfuckers.
So yeah, exactly. So we were like on cloud 9. And you know what? Came back here and Maggie's like, why are you guys so pumped up? Like, she's like, I've won a lot of cornhole tournaments. I'm like, this is the fucking one I've been waiting for.
Right.
I've been waiting for fucking this tournament right here. By the way, they have a trophy, and the name goes on the trophy. It's like a huge trophy, and like, I'm like,
Big
our
swinging
name
dicks.
is never coming off now.
Right.
Never coming off now. Anyways, it was a great fucking time. We had a blast. And then, woke up this morning, a little hungover, but whatever. 8 in the morning, answered the bell, drive my daughter around where she had to go. Fucking professional Uber. You came over and poured the first beer, and I'm like, ooh.
Not bad.
Feels good
Yeah.
to be bad on a Sunday.
Here we are.
All right, a couple quick plugs before we get going. Let's start with Installation Situation. Our boy Sean. Our boy Sean, Installation Situation. Installation Situation, gmail.com to inquire. If you have a single-family residence, you are already paying in the National Grid or Eversource. Basically, you're going to get 75% back, right? If you have a triple-decker, an Irish
Battleship.
you are going to get 100% covered, right?
Correct.
Fact. As long as all parties participate. As we say every week, if they don't, call me
Break
or Danny.
their
We're going to
fucking
find
legs.
some people to break arms and legs. That is done. Those people are dead. You will have to find new tenants that will agree because those people are on the streets dead. Installation Situation, gmail.com. Talk to our boy Sean. He's your guy. I give you his number, but you have an email address, so let's go with that and talk to him.
AJM Plumbing and Heating, as you know, my boy Anthony, servicing the North and South Shore with over 100 5-star reviews. All your plumbing, heating, and gas needs. Certified in all major brands, heating brands and plumbing. Great prices, 2-year warranty on all work. It's unheard of. You should fucking get on that, you idiots. Mention this ad, receive 10% off next service call. Tell them the Pole and the Cork has sent you. Phone number is 781-853-1310. Email A Machichi. Let's spell that out for you. MICCICHI at ajmplumbingheating.com. So get on the ball. Today was fucking roaring fucking cold with the wind. You're gonna get a couple boiler problems. You're gonna, the flame's gonna go out, and he's gonna tell you to do it over the phone, but it's gonna be a service call. But if you mention us, you'll get 10% off that fucking service call. Do the right thing. Call Anthony. Tell him that we sent you.
We'll do a couple other ones later, but one new one, old one.
Sure.
Our boy Craig Richards, who owns X Driver Hockey, is, I'll tell you what he is. He's a consummate salesman. He knows how to do things the right way.
Yep.
The guy's turning around shirts for us that we need.
Yep.
Within the next 4 days.
Yeah. He's
So what's the name of his of the shirt company?
Showtime Apparel.
Showtime Apparel. So yeah, you already know about 1,000 square feet of synthetic ice. You are aware. Everybody knows about that. Everybody knows the tale of Reed Huntley, the goalie that plays there, right?
Tale of
Let's
Reed
talk about fucking their fucking shirts and the work
that I'm wearing right now, actually.
He has done all your Walden stuff, right?
Yeah.
Most of it,
Can't
right?
find that anywhere.
Embroidered, looks sick.
Sick, dude.
He's gonna be doing he's done pulling the cork t-shirts for us, and he's doing these. He's gonna do pulling the cork golf shirts that we're gonna wear to our tournament on Friday.
Yes.
This is my guy. When I go, hey, could you turn those around? It's not like a let me see. It's yes, it's done.
Actually, he said absolutely, bud.
Absolutely, bud. Done.
Done.
Okay. Craig's that guy. So go see him for either thing. And we give him two for the price of one because he's an OG. That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right. You're an OG. You know, your kid wants to do hockey, great. Your kid wants a new shirt, great. Craig can do both those things for you.
In fucking 24 hours.
In 24 hours. Done. He's a man amongst men.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get to the other ones later on. So we're gonna talk about vacations.
But
today.
first.
First. Oh, yeah, we do have to talk about the party.
We are talking about, if you see behind us, it looks like we might be in Salem. Tourist attraction, fucking pumpkin spice latte up your ass.
Let me say this right now. I said to Danny, we're like watching the first half of the Pats, and I'm like, all right, let me get this notebook out. I'm gonna take some notes. I wrote 0 things down. That's a classic. That is a classic Brendan Ahern move, is to be like, wait till I take this up. That's the pulling the cork ledger.
He went out.
Empty.
He went and found
a pen.
Found a pen.
Yeah. Never used it.
Never. He clicked it open.
I'd like to say because I remember everything, but then
Yeah.
I just forgot that we were
So
going to
that's there. I
Okay.
promise you it's there.
All right, so here's the deal. We've talked about it before. We've been kind of doing it at the end of the show. We're doing it at the front of the show this time. Here's an ad for you. You want to support us. You want to be like, you like the show, whatever. Pulling the Cork is having a fucking Halloween party. 1028 Malden Irish American, 177 fucking West Street. Okay? Some people call that place church. All right?
Yeah,
So
I do.
That's some people go to a church that you throw money into the into the till, and some people go there and you throw it to a guy and he hands you a beer. All right? That's my type of church. We are having an epic party. It's 80s, 90s themed.
Yep.
We have actual physical tickets. That was huge to us, right? To have
Yes.
the actual. Now you're like, why do you guys buy physical tickets?
Because we want to talk to the people.
Yeah, exactly. We want fucking to hand you something physically. You can.
Right.
By the way, you can hang out on your wall and be like, I went to the best party ever.
Ever.
Okay. CJ the DJ.
Yep.
On the fucking ones and twos.
And you
The
know
steel fucking wheels. All right. Our guy. Gonna be playing 80s and 90s hip hop
Hits.
all day.
Might even throw a little fucking Journey in there, open arms, anything to get the fucking, what do you call it? The, god damn it. What the fuck, kickstand. Anything to get the kickstand fucking going.
to get you fucking 6 to midnight.
Yes.
Get you stilted out.
Still, that's what I was looking for.
Like, this is the thing. I'm just saying this right now. Ladies, you know the ladies love the show, right?
Yes.
This is the type of show. This is the type of fucking party you're gonna go to, and you gonna want to bang your husband or boyfriend at the end of it.
Absolutely.
Like, and vice versa. Okay, everybody's gonna get laid. Like, that's what we should call this party. Everybody gets laid afterwards. Preferably by your wife or girlfriend, not somebody else's wife or girlfriend.
Not the bartender.
Not the bartender. It's gonna be fucking lit. We have. I'm way too old to be saying lit, by the way. I don't know how that came out of my mouth. My daughter's gonna she heard that right now, she would fucking flip out on me. This party's gonna slap, all right?
Yes.
No, that's me slapping.
Bossing.
We got Lily Pease doing the chicken. So here's the thing. Here's why this is the week we got to put the pressure on you guys. A lot of you guys have bought tickets already.
Awesome.
Which we are more than thankful for. I mailed out a bunch of tickets on Friday, and then tomorrow I'm mailing out the rest.
Yep.
So if you haven't got your tickets yet, they're coming to you. Me and Danny taking care of that. This party is going to be sick. The reason we need you to kind of give us the heads up that you are going to pay for a ticket and go is so that we can give the caterers the heads up on what we need to get for food for them.
Right.
I know what you're saying. A lot of you people are probably like me and Danny, be like, I don't want to ruin the buzz and have a chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich is going to be off the hook. I'm definitely going to be eating it.
Oh, yeah.
Lily Pease is catering. So we got to kind of get them word. So we're going to reach out. We're going to reach out for you this week if you said you were interested. And just, and here's the other thing, too. Like, I told my buddies that I'm on the fantasy football league with, I'm like, some of them are like, I'm out of town. I'm like, will you buy a ticket? I'm like, you want a lifetime membership to my bar or not? This is your yearly dues, all right? You want to be friends with us?
$30 is a fucking steal. Listen, I went on multiple fucking Halloween parties. I was starting to say because I went on a Halloween cruise.
Yep.
It was awesome. It was $100 though. It was a great time, but you kind of just stuck on a fucking cruise ship.
Yeah.
And it's cold in fucking October. I don't know if you knew this or not, in the middle of the Boston Harbor. But this place is massive. It holds like 400 people.
It's
Huge.
This place is the best.
Yeah. And surround sound, you're just going to have a dynamite time. Like I said, CJ's on the 1 and 2s. Great fucking chicken, great atmosphere, great people, fucking networking, talking about the podcast. And we're not taking a fucking dime because why? Because we're giving it to fucking, again, we can't say it yet.
Somebody who needs it.
Someone who needs it. And it's going to make you feel good about it.
That's right.
So do the right thing. Reach into your fucking pennies, all right?
Yeah.
Pull together $30. Come out dressed as fucking... Come as Roseanne. Come as Laconis. All right? Come out as someone from the 80s and 90s. It doesn't... I've said it a zillion times. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a commercial. It could be a sports team. It could be a fucking movie. Whatever. You could come as fucking... I don't know, Spam. Come as a fucking thing of Spam.
Yeah.
You know? Anything.
Draw 80s on your cheek and show up.
Right.
We're fine with that. By the way, don't be one... I will also... One thing I'm going to hold over your head, though. Don't show up with no costume.
Oh, don't be that guy.
That's like, I'm too
Don't
cool
be
for
that
school.
guy.
Just don't come. Buy the ticket, but don't come. You gotta
Don't
buy
be
the
that
ticket,
guy.
though.
Come as Cobra Kai, dressed up as
You know what's
fucking...
going to be unbelievable? This is a Friday night, right? When I'm hungover the next day and I'm eating like the leftover chicken sandwiches, like on my couch, I'm going to be the happiest guy in the world.
Ever.
It's going to be an awesome party. We're going to be there, obviously. I'm saying right now, I'm throwing the hat in the ring that Danny's going to do my prerogative.
There's a good chance.
There's a good chance we're going to do a little bit of Danny karaoke.
There's also a little surprise. I don't know if we want to mention it or not, but some people might be getting on the mic doing a little...
Yeah, let's do it. Do it now. Yeah, talk about it. Little bit of comedy.
Little bit of comedy. Sean from Insulation Situation, and weirdly enough, I don't even know if I told you.
Well,
this.
let's say, can we? I mean, I think we can. Can we say?
Yes, we fucking can.
We can say this.
We fucking
Go
can.
ahead. You go ahead.
So Sean, for those who don't know, a couple months ago, dropped a bomb on us, kind of like right when we started.
Yep.
He wanted to sponsor us. He was one of our first.
One of the originals.
It was him and Greg.
Yep.
And what was it? The first or second week, he got hit with the big C. He got hit with the cancer. Well, me and Brandon got a fucking text yesterday.
Yep.
Shit's gone, bro.
Yep.
Shit's gone.
Scans back and he is clear.
Cleared. Sean beat it.
So that's it. You know what this means? This is when we're gonna rip the fucking roof off this place.
Can we throw a fucking clap from that thing right now?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me go back. This is like, I mean, I'm still learning this thing. Fucking applause right there. Right now.
Hey, cancer, suck our dicks.
Yeah, cancer, like, if you are friends with pulling the cork, your cancer dies immediately.
Yeah.
Cancer's like, I don't want to fuck with these guys.
No,
Like,
they know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
They're eating fucking wasabi peas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watching a guy named Bailey Zappi fucking almost take Lambo down to the ground.
Dude, Zappy fucking makes me happy. Dude, this party's going to be sick. And so if you listen to the show, dude, just reach out to us this week. Just be like, hey, I am coming. You know what I mean?
I am coming.
And by the way, I mean, not in a sexual way, don't say that, but like in a regular way, like you're going to come to the party. You know what I mean? Like, I am coming to the party, not, whatever.
Yeah.
Keep your own personal stuff to yourself.
Yeah, there's a park across the street, so...
Yeah, you don't get arrested. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We're going to have a fucking blast. I can't wait. And so, by the way, like I said, if you really want to be on good graces, you got to come to this party.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
I think it's going to be fun. I want to see everyone walk through the door and be like, oh shit, that's a good one. And I have heard some fucking great ones so far.
Yeah.
I really have.
I am fucking pumped right now.
So we are less than a month away.
Yep.
And I am fired the fuck up for
And
it.
like, it doesn't mean that you can't come if you can't decide right now, but I'm saying, like, if you know you're coming, just let us know so we can get you the tickets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we just want to know what we got for a head count. That way we already sold a bunch of tickets, but we want to know kind of what we want to have so we can feed everybody and everybody can be accommodated correctly. I can't wait. So, anyways, 1028, you know the deal, 177 West Street, dress up, look like go as Team Wolf. You know what I mean? Like, fucking...
Dude,
bring it.
Breaking. Just give me Turbo and Ozone.
I told Danny behind the scenes, by the way, my costume is 80s. But it's old enough that Danny didn't even know what it is. So like that's I love that.
Kind of caught me off guard.
I'll know how old you are when you know what I'm wearing. Let's put it that way. It's not Alf, but anyway, so that's that. So today is vacations though. We're gonna talk about that.
Yep.
Right? We have got zero prep. We've done nothing.
Correct.
We just shot the shit during the Pats game.
Yep.
Right?
That's it.
Let me ask you this. Do you like vacation? Like, how do you feel about vacation?
Love them.
Okay.
And then there's always the last day where I can't wait to get the fuck home.
Yeah. I know I've said this on this podcast. I might have said it twice. But if you're just tuning in, I think this is like the wisest shit I've ever heard, and it's my favorite. My buddy from Scituate, the chief of the fire chief down there, Murph, had this line about I don't know if he got it from somebody else, but a week's vacation is like a lifetime. And I've said this before. It's like the first couple days, you're a young kid, everything's new. The middle of the week, is like the middle of your life. You're like, there's still some shit I want to get done. And by the time it's Friday, you're like, I just want to die. I want to get out of here, right? That's a week's vacation.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I like going on I'm a weird person. I'm a homebody. I like being home.
Same.
Like, I like being in Melrose. I like being in my area. I like knowing where I can get a sandwich, whatever, right?
Same.
That's why I tend to go on. My father's the same way. I tend to go on vacation in places that I've already been.
You
Stay at hotels I've already been at. Because that makes me feel more comfortable when I'm there. Because by the time, dude, 4 days is actually perfect for me. By the time I'm in 5 and 6, I'm like, I'm good. I'm ready to go home. Doesn't matter how cool it is. You know what I mean? I'm just ready to get back. I want to check the mail. I'm like a fucking, I'm like a creature of habit that way.
Yep.
That said, like, we go to Maine for 1 or 2 weeks every summer.
Yep.
That's my vacation. I trade fuck off with Aruba, all that shit.
Yeah.
Give me Ocean Park, Maine for 1 or 2 weeks. I know every place to eat that up there. I know everything. Everything is fucking set up for me to succeed.
Yeah.
Right? I know I could drive home in like an hour and a half if I have to.
Right.
That's like a nice comforting thing for me.
That's why I liked when I had the camper. Like,
exactly.
It's an hour and 50 minutes from my front door. Far enough to be away, close enough I had to get home.
Yeah.
I'm like you, but I do love a good vacation, dude. Like, I've been to Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Bahamas, Bermuda,
Yep.
Florida, like every other fucking person from Boston. Denver's sick, dude. Denver's sick. Denver is like, so obviously my brother lives out there. That's
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier.
It's just like Colorado State, right? That's what I was talking about. Their stadium is in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. You can't get better scenery than that. And I am not a fucking, like, right around this time, everyone's like, let's go to drive around and look at the foliage. That's gay. All right? And shout out to my gay people, but you know what I mean. That is gay.
I don't mean gay in the way that gay.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
it's just dumb. Let's go look at Leafs. No.
I got 3 buddies out there.
Denver?
One that's like my boy Anthony Riccardi, big pull in the court guy.
Yeah.
Long time listener. He's a Melrose guy. We moved out there.
Yeah.
And then my guys Mike Carwin and my guy BJ Torres. These are cornhole guys. I've actually never met these guys, but I know them pretty well.
Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome out there.
Oh, it's
sick out there,
it's
dude.
so sick.
Sick.
It's so sick. The thing that they got going for them is like, first time I went out there, my brother was like, "You're gonna see a lot of guns," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in the fucking West, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the Wild West." He's like, "No, like everywhere you go, someone's gonna have a holster on them."
Sure.
He's like, "I just want you to be prepared." Like, and I was like, "All right." I was like, "Are they waiting for a war? Like, what is happening?" It's just the way of life out here, and everyone couldn't be fucking nice, dude. The bums out there. The first time I went out there, it was, remember Occupy Wall Street?
Yeah.
They occupied fucking Denver. So, like, there was, like, a gratuitous amount of bums in one area. And my brother was like, give me the tour. And I think it's 15th Street. I think that's, like, their big street. And all the buses out there are free. So, like, their transportation, it's like all the parking lots are on an honor system. Like, it's nothing like out there. It's crazy. They're like, pay this.
People are nice.
But, like, if you want to, you know what I mean?
Sure.
The bums out there that ask you for money, most polite people on earth. They're just like happy-go-lucky. I loved it out there. And their food, so like, again, there's no one fucking with Boston when it comes to food. Nobody. I don't give a, you could put me in fucking Florence, Italy. And I'd be like, yeah, but have you ever had Reno's in East Boston? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I'm just, I don't know if it's like I'm a homer, but I mean, if I can't get Chinese food at a drop of a hat,
listen,
I don't want to be around it.
Case in point, I told you this, I hadn't had anything to eat in 24 hours today.
Yeah.
Here's the best thing about Boston, and I know we're supposed to talk about vacations or whatever.
Well, people come here
Here's
for
the best
vacations.
thing. I said to Maggie, I'm like, what do you want to get for lunch? And she's like, that conversation in of itself can take an hour in Boston. Because you're like, you can get fucking best subs, you can get whatever. And she was like, kind of feeling Chinese. I'm like,
yeah.
Yes, this is a good hungover Chinese food day.
Absolutely.
Best fucking Chinese food day.
I am a big day after Chinese,
I know.
right out the fridge guy.
There is 1,000% chance, like you could book it, that I'm going to be with you on New Year's Day having Saugus wings. Like, guys, when you told me that, I'm like, that's like something that nobody thinks about. Then I'm like,
Dude,
they think like New Year's Day, like I'm going to fucking Kowloon.
So you go there, and like I fucking hate that when people are like, how old that food is and how long it's off. Fuck off. I'm still alive.
Fuck off.
Right?
I gotta say this. Like there was an article written in a blog years ago, before I think they even had like podcasts at Barstool by Kevin Clancy, KFC, and he was like, "Dude, you're either above that Chinese food life or you aren't."
Right.
Like, I mean, is it? You don't want to probably know how the sausage is made, but like. It is like, dude, if it tastes good, I'll eat it. It's fine. What's your go-to drink at a Chinese food restaurant? Like, if you're getting a drink,
fog cutter.
Fog cutter?
Yeah.
I'm a Mai Tai or a fog cutter.
So
guy.
like I love like now like I like man's Mai Tais.
Yep.
But
what's that?
It's like fucking a bunch of whiskey.
And juice.
Yeah, and it's like, because Mai Tais is made with vodka. This is whiskey, and it's potent. You fucking light that bitch on fire. You know what I mean? But like, I love a fog cutter, and I love, because of the glass alone, a Suffering Bastard with the Fu Manchu.
Suffering Bastard. See, here's the thing. When you go to all right, so if you go to like, this is for people who are out in Colorado, don't know what the fuck we're talking about. If you go to like All Seasons, which is up the street, which is actually unbelievable Chinese food. Better than Kowloon. Food.
Yeah.
Better. Ambiance, Kowloon's ridiculous. Kowloon, I think I've talked about this before. It literally, look it up on the internet. It looks like some place that Quentin Tarantino's dying to shoot a movie at.
Yeah, it's world known.
Their cups that they serve, or drinkware that they serve their shit in, is like, let's put it this way, the Brady's were looking for the shit on the Hawaiian Vacation. Like whatever the talisman they had around their neck, that's basically what you're drinking out of.
Yep.
It's absolutely the best. They have the best fucking drinks. That's my place. Like, and it's my number one. So, dude, Chinese food, hungover Chinese food is gold. And I'll tell you what, I don't think...
I never heat it up. I think straight out the fridge.
Me too.
Me. All right.
My buddy, Jimmy Sear, who's a Boston-based guy, but like now lives in Georgia, he's like, dude, I'm driving 2 hours. He talked to me the other day in his truck. He's like, I'm driving 2 hours, or an hour, to find, because somebody told me there's a good Chinese food place. Because he's like, they don't exist.
And
it's all P.F. Chang's and shit.
Yeah. And you do know that he 100% he got disappointed when he had it.
I'm going to find out. Yeah,
there is not good Chinese food outside of New York and Boston. That's it.
Yeah, probably right.
I know I'm right. I mean, fuck, I know I'm right.
Yeah.
It's just...
Well, it's the same thing with, like, subs. It's like, they have, like, firehouse subs and shit. Like...
So it's funny you said that. When I went out to Denver, like, my last day there, like, my brother, like, catered to me. Like, we went all out. We went to, like, a sushi place out there. And then the last day, he was like, kind of just want to order subs. And I was like, all right, let's do it. He's like, let's go to Firehouse. And I was like, how is it? He looked me right in the face. He was like, it's all right.
It's fine.
He's like, it blows people's dicks off out here. He goes, it's all right.
Yeah.
He goes, you're not going to go home and talk about it. Now they have them here.
If you brought, like, let's put it this way. If you brought those people, like, a New Deal fucking Italian,
they would have no idea.
Shelf,
they would have no idea.
Their pants.
There was a girl online. Well, she just moved to, like, Nashville. She's from here.
Yeah.
And she was like, can anybody tell me what the huts are called for an Italian sub? And I was like, I already knew this, because as much as we have great Italian subs around here, every once in a while I like to make my own just because.
Yeah, sure.
So I had to look for them, and I found out where they were, and they do sell them, but they call it like hot relish. Outside of Worcester, you'll never get this. You know, like the huts on Italian.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they sell them on Amazon. You would have thought I fucking just found her puppy, and just gave it to her. She was like, I can't believe you found this for me. Blah, blah. She bought 16 jars of
dude, Pastine makes them. Like,
right.
That's like the real shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I found her ones on Amazon, and she was like, I was like, why do you need so many? She's like, you never know.
By the way, this is everything that Pulling the Cork is. We
helping
show
people.
about vacations. We're talking about subs for like 20 minutes. Anyways, let's go back to vacations for a second.
Sure.
Here. Like I said, I'm a creature of habit, right? I got certain places that I really do like going to. Like, and those places are Hilton Head. I fucking love it. But part of it is like our friends live there. So it's like I feel like I fucking kind of live there.
Right.
I know a lot of people there and shit. My dad's, like I said, my dad's the same way. Like, he likes to have his shit set up. He knows where he is. Doesn't stress him out.
Right.
I'm the same way. I think everybody, like, I give off a vibe that people are like, oh, you're like easygoing and stuff. I am, but like certain shit like that, like it stresses me out to be like, if like I went to, I think I told this story, but I backpacked Europe with my buddy for like 2 months after college, and like half the time I was fucking miserable. I'm just being honest. Like it was fun, but like half the time I'm like, you know what I want to be right now? I want to be at fucking Jay's Deli in Medford eating a tuna club. That's what I want to be doing right now. I don't want to be looking at the statue of this fucking Italian guy. And my buddy would be like, there would be times when he'd be like, we're going to go do this like fucking trek to see this thing. And that was when I was like, dude, you know the Paul Revere statue? He's like, yep. I'm like, never seen it. Doesn't matter. Don't care about it. I've seen it in a book. It's in Boston. I don't give a shit. I want to drink in a bar and hang out.
Yeah.
So like that type of shit. Like I like to know where I'm at. I like to know to have been places. I know there's people that are completely opposite. They're just like, I love new places. I love seeing new shit, and I respect that. Like I like Vegas, right? I like Hilton Head. I like Maine. I fucking love Maine. Could live there. The one place I haven't been, which I'm dying to go, and I'm trying to make it happen, is is to check out Nashville.
Oh, Nashville is the best. It's my favorite.
I mean, I'm booked. I think I told you this. I'm booked for a vacation for March Madness for Vegas. Which, by the way, you are more welcome to come.
Okay.
Booked my room, booked my flight. I'm going with my buddy Buggy and my buddy Paul Gentile. There's a 77% chance I'm going to die on this trip. Like that. Like my neighbor who knows those guys was like, Brendan. He looked at me and goes, "Oh my God." Like you're going like it's just gonna be, I don't know. Like they can go toe to toe with anybody partying. Let's put it that way.
I went to Vegas. So you've been to Vegas before?
I've been to a lot. Yeah.
So I went once for a bachelor party, and it was a small bachelor party, but it was 4 of us, and we had a fucking great time. First thing we did when we got off the flight, we couldn't check into the hotel yet. So I was like, "Well, where do we go?" He goes, "We're gonna go walk the strip." But I'm fucking new to Vegas. He goes, "We just park at a hotel and we just walk." He goes, "Everyone does that." Okay, it makes sense. So I go, "I am fucking starving," right? So they had this pizza called, and I saw it on fucking TV, right? But we've stayed at Planet Hollywood, which is like kind of like dead center of the fucking strip.
Yep.
And there was this pizza spot, and it was $19 for one slice of pizza. I'll never forget this. Yeah, the pizza was.
Did you give you a hand job with the pizza?
It was.
Did they give you the hand job? With
Yeah,
the pizza?
yeah. It was, exactly. It was pull the cork pizza. The pizza was fucking like 15 inches long. And I was like, as I'm sitting there waiting for the pizza that I already knew I was going to hate.
Yeah, of course.
I see Jerry the King Waller.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, "The King."
Yeah.
And he turns around and goes, "Hey, man." And he's with a fucking smoke show of a fucking girl. And I'm like, "There you go." And he's like, "Shut the fuck up," kind of look. You know what I mean? I was like, "All right, Jerry, well, you're in fucking Vegas, all right?
Yeah.
You're not an impersonator. You're him.
Yeah,
Someone's going to find out
Yeah,
if
probably.
it's not your fucking wife."
Probably a hooker.
You know what I mean? Oh, my God, she was gorgeous.
Was she?
And she was a tall blonde, and she goes, "Are you from Boston?" I go, "You're fucking right I am." All right? Fucking right I am.
Goddamn fucking right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
She's like, I knew it from your accent." No shit. I didn't pull up my fucking license, you dumb broad.
You can't fucking make this accent up,
No.
all right? It's a mild muffler.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out because we talked about when we went to the Irish American for the couple things about going back. Karaoke night.
Yep.
Your boy, it's Kevin O'Neill.
Kevin O'Neill.
It's who had the Revere Beach hat on.
Yes, sir.
And he said he's coming to the party, right?
So you want me to tell him what he texted me?
Yeah,
He said, "Hey, Gilly, is there a costume contest, for best costume?" I said, "Yeah." Kevin O'Neill writes back, "Just remember there's one L in O'Neill when you write me the check." This kid's all in.
Let me tell you right now. Kevin O'Neill, I know you said you paid $40 you told me you were going to we're kind of cryptic about getting me at Revere Beach hat. I'm going to have $60 in my pocket for you I'm going to write Kevin O'Neill on every 20. Yeah. And that is with one L. And I'm expecting that you will hopefully have a Revere Beach hat for me.
That's the first thing you said to him.
Yeah. I was like, that hat is fire. It's fucking sick. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, obviously I love vacation. Who doesn't like vacation? You know what I mean? It's like, but I do like the, there's 2 different types of vacations, right? Like for around here. And I don't know if it's the same way for everybody, like across the country, but like, you have 2 vacations. Like, I have 2 vacations a year, usually. We get like our Hilton Head vacation.
Yep.
That's like, we go to the hotel, everything. We're not buying groceries, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's expensive. It is what it is, but like, everything is like, somebody else is doing everything, right? Like, I'm just paying for it. And then there's like the main vacation, which is kind of like more my speed a little bit, where it's like, you get there, you go to this grocery store, you stock up for the week, fucking anything's possible. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, and my brother-in-law, my sister, they stay right across the street.
Yep.
So like, the thing I realized about vacation with like a family, like you probably, first of all, like we're aging out of like, my oldest daughter's 17, turning 17, or she's 17. She's 16. She's 16. That's how old I am. I can't remember my kids' ages. But she's like, they're getting too old to like be by themselves on vacation with us. Like they're just like, they're fucking done. Like this was like, we went to Hilton Head this year, and Maggie's like, I think they're getting a little bit old for like just us,
Yeah.
But it's great because I have like built-in situation because my sister's kids are all the same age as my kids. So like both my sisters. So like we go away with them, like in Maine, it's like plug and play. Fucking they're set. Like, we don't have to worry about them fighting with each other, nothing. They're gone. They're doing their thing.
Right.
But, like, if we do something like, we were like Maggie was like, originally, she was like, Florida, we should go back to Disney World or something in February. So I'm very sorry to anybody who was injured in the storm or lost their life. I'm not making light of that. That said, I was kind of like, don't fucking go in February. The place is a fucking mess right now. Anyway, so, but like those type of things I like, but like, have you been to Disney World yet?
Yep.
What'd you think?
I mean, it's as overrated as fucking the movie Scarface, in my opinion.
Okay, so I don't think it's overrated, but I will say this. That motherfucking mouse, he's got his hands in your pockets.
No matter
Dude,
where you turn.
He steals the cream out of your coffee before you sip it.
Yep.
Like, dude, I'd never forget it because when you stay in the parks, and Maggie's like, I want to do it right. I want to stay in the parks. So we stayed at like one of the boardwalk something. And so they're like, all right, give us a credit card. And then what they do is like, everything's, now everything's digital there. So it's like, you're not pulling your credit card out. You have like your wristband and that's how you pay for shit. So like you need, we're going to like take $1,500 off your, from your card and access that as like your money to use in the park. It's like, we were there for like 6 days. It's like halfway through day 2, they call it like, we need to open up another $1,500. I'm like, this is going to financially ruin me this trip. I'm like, dude, it is expensive as fuck.
It's very, very expensive. I don't, my kids, big thrill people. I would take Universal over Disney.
So I've never been. I want to go to Universal.
Universal's awesome.
Dying to go there.
Busch Gardens, awesome. I would take both those places over Disney any day of the fucking week. So what was I going to say though? Because you were talking about Maine, and I was going to say, all right. So like, I love cruises. I've been on 2 of them.
Yeah.
You ever been on a cruise?
I'm dying to go on one, but like Maggie's afraid that she's gonna like seasick.
All right, so my brother-in-law Javon, massively seasick guy.
Yeah.
They have these fucking wristbands. The guy was dancing in 2 seconds. Guy had no seasick issues whatsoever. So he took like I forget the name of the pill, and then he had those wristbands.
Yeah,
on.
Dramamine.
Dramamine. It is.
Yeah.
I said it in my head, and I was like, that ain't it. That ain't fucking it. Dramamine and fucking those wristbands. The guy was fucking boot scooting boogie all over the fucking ship. All right, but what I don't like is when you're on, a cruise or you're down in Dominican and all your family wants to do is excursions and shit. I'm not an I'm not an excursion guy.
Dude.
You don't want to go in the glass boat to see sharks? No. You don't want to go fucking jet skiing? No.
I don't want to do any of that shit.
I want to be a freelancer.
Yeah.
So the first cruise I went on, we went to Bermuda, which they used to only do out of Boston. And you used to go to, is it Hamilton? I always get Hamilton and Nassau confused. Hamilton is Bermuda. That's the capital.
I think so, yeah.
It's the hood.
Nassau is Bahamas.
It's the hood, right? With a beach. It's the hood with a beach. And I was like 14 at the time. And everyone was doing different fucking shit. And I was like, I just kind of want to walk around. My father, 8 VOs deep, was like, go ahead, So I went and I was like, yeah, I'm not comfortable here. So I went, like, kids were in school and shit, and you stay in Hamilton for 3 days, like, you dock there. So, like, eventually, like, you have to get out and, like, explore the city at the nightlife. That's when everyone was there. It was this was Darcy's honeymoon.
Oh, yeah.
And we booked it not even knowing or whatever.
Yep.
So there was 26 of us, I think, on the cruise ship. So we all went out that night. That was fine, but like I was young. I couldn't go in a fucking in a bar or whatever. So like I kind of ruined it. If I was an adult and I had kids there, I'd be bullshit if that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
But I actually don't remember if like you were able to have like a drink outside and walk around. I'm sure it's the Caribbean. I'm sure you could have.
Yeah.
The second time was Bahamas on a cruise. That one was cool because we had to drive to New York. From New York, we took a plane. No, we took a cruise ship from New York to Orlando. Stayed there for a night, stayed in Miami for a night, went to Bahamas for 2 nights, and then came right back to New York. I was older then. You had to be 18 to drink in international waters, so I was fucking sauced. Fought my cousin Mike. Fucking.
Fought my cousin
It was a fucking shit show. But also that year, actually no, the first year too, because I actually had a fucking paying job at 14 for Malden Housing Authority, so I had a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And I remember giving it to my father, and he goes, "Everything's gonna go on my credit card." He goes, "So whatever you sign for, I'm taking out."
Yeah.
I'm signing away like I'm a millionaire. I think I brought like $800 with me. So my father, he was like, think you're a little short. I bought a fucking Fossil watch. I bought fucking sneakers.
On the cruise?
On the cruise. I bought so much shit that I didn't need. And then, like, I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, I was like, it's free, you know? And then he's like, no, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, yeah, you might have to work a little OT next week.
Yeah.
Fucking, when you sign for shit, and then I realized it when I was 18 and I was buying buckets of Coronas to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Signy, drinky, tippy. Fucking bill comes out at the end of the, and you're like, $3,000. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck,
Oh, dude, it's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
When they slipped that thing under my door, I literally crumpled up and throw it in the thing. I'm like, I don't want to know. Let me get home. There was a guy, I never went on any spring break. Like, I never went anywhere. Like, I just never asked my parents to send me on spring break. And then my mother was the one who was like, you can go to Europe, whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, all my friends would go on a Jamaican trip, stay up at St. Mike's in the freezing cold. Like, two of my hick Vermont buddies, we just gas fucking Miller Lights all day. Like, we would play fucking beer pong with each other until we were blacked out. Like,
Right.
That's what we would do every night. But when I was working at Home Depot, there was a kid I was friends with, this kid Al. He was in college at the time. I mean, I was like 30. And he was going to Jamaica. And there was a guy who worked overnights. I can't remember his name, but he worked overnights. He was a Jamaican guy. And Al's like telling me, he's like, this kid Al's like from Winthrop, but he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm going to Jamaica. He's like all pumped up. And I remember the guy's like, Al. And Al's like, he's this like black guy from Jamaica. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, don't go to Kingston now. He's like, don't go there. He's like, they take the cream out your coffee, brother. That's where I stole the line from. Like, he was like, that's where I got it. I'm like, that line is great, dude. He's like, they take the cream out your coffee. Like, I don't think he's going to fucking, like, the worst parts of Kingston, like in Jamaica. You know what I mean?
It's funny because, like, I mean, we've talked about this often, but, like, Baltimore, don't go outside of Camden Yards.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the wire.
Yeah.
And the scalpers down there, who all happen to be black, I'm not just saying this, they were like, yeah, don't go that. They'll see you walking that way and they're like, red sock. And you're like, what? You're like, no, turn around. It's like, thank you, good Samaritan. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be down here.
Yeah. And I can't explain it, but all the scalpers down there, black guys with dreads.
Really?
In Baltimore? Yeah. And me and Javon.
It's like everybody up here is like a white guy with a scally cap on.
And they're all from fucking Saltillo, Charlestown, or whatever. Yeah. It's just like it's weird. It caught me off guard.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Javon at the time, Javon had dreads down to his asshole. And we're just casually walking. This cop comes up to us. He's like, little black girl. She's like, hey, what the fuck you doing? And I was like, what? She's like, you can't do that. And I was like, we just fucking walk. She goes, get away from the turn signal. Like, she was going to arrest us for jaywalking. She was so aggressive. So aggressive. And I was like, my bad. She's like, get back on the fucking sidewalk. Like, I was like, do you hate the Red Sox that bad? You know what I mean?
Dude, I'll never forget. This was like, we were like 22 and I was living in Southie, and like we used to play we would play Franklin Park golf course every Saturday. Yep. Me and like 8 of my buddies, right? Rotating cast. And like for the people at home, like Franklin Park, people who aren't from around here, Franklin Park golf course is in the middle of the hood.
Oh yeah, right on Blue Hill Ave.
And after like in the afternoon, that parking lot that time would be just filled with like people from the neighborhood and stuff, like playing chess and like barbecuing and getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And like having like they'd be tailgating out in the golf parking lot.
Yep, I've seen it.
So I'm with my buddy CJ, with the whitest motherfuckers you've ever seen, right? And it was actually like we're in the car behind. So my buddy Chase is in the front seat, and my buddy CJ's driving. He's got a fucking like a Civic, right? There's two, older black guys in front of us. They're in like a pickup truck, and they're talking to this guy, and they're backing, and you could tell that like they're smoking cigarettes, they're being loud, like they stop backing up to talk to this guy, and I'm like, he's gonna fucking hit you. He's gonna back up into the fucking car.
Right.
Backs right up, crushes the fucking hood. Right.
Oh.
So now my buddy gets out, and now we've got like fucking 3 white kids, right? 2 huge black dudes, I'm like, here we go. This will be interesting, right? So like, and they're pretty like they stink like weed, right?
Yeah.
They just did, and so the guy's like exchanging information. He was cool, and the other guy gets out. He's talking to my buddy Chase, and he's like, and the whole fucking front of this hood is crushed, and he looks at my buddy Chase, and the guy goes, bro, he goes, that ain't that bad, and Chase is like, yeah, I know. And he's like looking at him, and he's like a big dude. He's like, no, man. He's like, I said it ain't that fucking bad. And Chase is like, no, I know. And he looks at me and goes, but it ain't that good either. Just starts fucking dying laughing, fucking laugh like just fucking perfect intimidation of like some candy ass white kid from like the fucking suburbs. You know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. But Back to vacations.
Back to vacations.
Back to vacations.
Franklin Park could be a vacation for some.
Yeah.
Coming from Baltimore, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was funny. We used to play there all the time. It was a great golf course.
Yeah.
But it would be like playing at Franklin Park, like playing at any public course, like play at Mount Hood up the street from me, and it's like a 5-hour round. Like Franklin Park, like you get a lot of guys like us who are just like weekend warriors, like 6-hour rounds. So warm, like there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a tough course, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
But back to vacations. I hate being told what to do on vacation.
Yeah.
My fucking mother, who I love, let me just say that. I know she doesn't listen to the show, but she is like one of my favorite people in the world. I've often described her as she's not the type of person who's going to like rub you back and tell you everything's going to be all right.
Right.
She's going to give you like an outs. This woman can't sit still. Like I know, I get that from her. Like I'm the same. Like people are always like, you're always doing something. You're always playing guitar, doing a podcast, whatever. And so I can't sit still. Like I don't just sit around watching movies. I just don't do that shit. Like I'm always doing something. I get it from her. But she doesn't play guitar or carve wood or do any of this shit, do podcasts.
Or do a podcast.
So she goes like shopping and does stuff and like she's always like this is a perfect example. We were on vacation. She's like, tomorrow night, we're gonna see the Pawtucket. We're gonna see the Portland Sea Dogs. We went up to Portland to see the Sea Dogs. I'm like, I mean, I hate baseball. I'd rather fucking stick pins in my eyes, right? And she's like, you're not gonna go? You're not gonna go? She's like, take Tommy with you. I'm like, he doesn't want to fucking go.
Right.
But then I go because I'm guilty. You know what I mean? I have to go. That my mother, she like we used to take over-unders on how many times she would go to the supermarket just to like have something to do. Twice a day, this woman's at Hannaford's, like buying shit, like making stuff, planning a fucking dinner, all this stuff. I don't like when we went to Aruba, me and Maggie, like people were like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like, you know what we did? Sat on the beach, got drunk, sat at the pool, got drunk.
And how happy were you?
That was it. I had the time of my life.
Yeah. So like a lot of the cruises, and I've only done Norwegian Cruise Line, and it's called freestyle cruising. They allow you to eat whatever the fuck you want. But I guess there's cruise lines out there that are like a regiment. Have to eat here between these times.
Oh, fuck that.
Dude, I didn't sign up for a Nazi camp.
Fuck
you know what I mean?
that.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
So the good thing about the cruise ships, again, I was teenager both times, 14 and 18, or 14, 17, whatever. They had like a 24-hour buffet. Right up my alley, dude.
I'm in.
2 a.m., burgers, middle of the fucking Atlantic Ocean. I'm all in. Right in my alley.
Yeah.
There was like some restaurants on there you had to dress up. Guess how many times we went there?
0.
Fucking 0. 0. Oh, one quick story. Funny though. Funny as fuck. So we all went out to eat at like a regular restaurant. Like you couldn't wear like swim trunks, but we're also not assholes, so we had like a collared shirt and whatever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it wasn't Titanic with the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio coming out using someone else's
Can I
fucking
play a
suit.
fiddle for you?
Yeah. It wasn't like that. So the guy comes over to Javon's table, or to my table, to all our table. And Javon, again, my brother-in-law, and he goes, this is our dessert. Javon, if I love anything, right, I wish I loved anything as Javon loves desserts and sweets and chocolates. Dude, the guy glows when supper's done. And he can finally eat fudge or chocolate, anything. So we all eat. They come around with this fucking big platter of all the different desserts.
Yep.
So Javon says to them, he goes, well, that one looks good right there. He goes, can I taste it, see if I like it? Dead serious. Can I taste it, see if I like it? And the guy goes, no, sir, it's plastic. It's plastic, see? And he takes a fork and goes like he's hitting the piece. It was like cheesecake or something.
Yeah.
And he goes like he's hitting the fucking. Yeah. He's like, see, it's plastic. And the guy was clearly hitting the side of the plate. What does Javon do? Grabs his own fucking spoon, digs right in. He's like, yeah, I'll have that. The guy was horrified because he had to show all the rest of these people the desserts.
The food,
And there's a fucking huge chunk out of it from my brother-in-law. Greatest fucking thing ever. He's like, yeah, I'll have one of that. And the guy just looked at him. He's like, okay. You know, it's fucking great.
Dude, I tell you what, me and Javon are playing a Cornell Tournament together soon.
I want to go there so I can see you guys raise the trophy.
And this is like Ringer City. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to send a message. I know a lot of you Massachusetts Cornhole people still listen to this shit. I'm coming for your fucking necks.
Where is it at?
Hot as a pistol. Derry, New Hampshire, I think. Sports Zone, something like that. It's an all-day affair. And I actually talked to my buddy Jason McCann yesterday, who owns Fire Cornhole. He owns one of the biggest bag companies.
Yep.
Talked to him last night because this is the other thing I had to talk about. So, and there's a picture of me on Facebook that I posted on my Facebook page of me and my buddy Levy holding up the trophy.
Yep.
There's a girl in the back who I have no idea who she is, looking at me like she wants to eat me for lunch. Like she is like smiling ear to ear.
Yeah.
I think she's married. I have no idea who she is, but like I mean, we are breaking hearts that day. That's just a reality.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't blame her. I mean, it's hard when you see a champion. If you look at a champion,
Hey, you're the starting quarterback.
yeah, exactly.
Jonathan Moxon.
Look at a champion, and you know what happens. You know what I mean? Like you get the
You get the whipped cream bikini.
But anyways, yeah, me and Javon are gonna play this Cornell Tournament. I'm fucking pumped. We're gonna fucking shock the world. I'm predicting it right now,
Dude, my brother-in-law's a beast. And I know I know you're a beast.
dude. Javon, like, first of all, he's like, when I first started watching him play Cornhole,
Yep.
I was like, well, he's like anybody else. I mean,
Right.
like, it takes a while to get good
Right.
at something, you know what I mean? But I always felt like he's got good, like, coordination, you know what I mean? Like,
He just learns. and
yeah,
learns.
and like, the next time I played him, like, he beat me, and I'm like, beat my team, and I'm like, oh, Javon's getting good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's getting good. Like, he can get hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that, like I always judge, this is how I judge any athlete. Just, I'll draft you by your ceiling rather than like your regular shit.
Right.
Because if I can get your ceiling, like even once out of 10,
Right.
like that's what I want to see. You know what I
Right.
mean, like my buddy Richie Queen, who's like the OG nasty guy around, like for Cornhole. Guys, hand-eye coordinate. Like his ceiling is like a 26 like out of
shit.
10. It's fucking, he lights out. His father was a 5 handicap, right? There's a video of his mother on YouTube. I think it's Helen Queen playing candlepin bowling. She used to be on the fucking candlepin bowling like on fucking PBS every weekend. She does a 7-10 split. When when she hits the pin and it's rolling to the other one, it hasn't hit it yet. She just goes boom and holds her hand up like she already knows she has it. I'm like, that is fucking, you know, like the fake tiger video where he hits
Yes.
the putt and he walks off. It's
Yep.
fake.
Yep.
This is real, but it's the same thing. And it's a woman, like it's a New England woman just fucking dropping bombs on
Love
candlepin.
it. Love it.
All right, it's time for the Lily P's Hot Chicken Hotline.
Let's do it.
All right. By the way, I will say this in advance. I'm a little. There we go. I'm a little bummed out. No Jump Town.
Adam Joe jumps out.
That's all right. He'll be back. Probably busy. Probably fucking making lobster rolls. All right, let's do it. You ready? I haven't listened to any of these.
Me neither.
The fact.
If you're coming to the South Shore, you're not going to the fucking town spa. We'll bring you to Linwood, where you can only get pizza and beer. That's it. Nothing else. That's what they do. Pizza and beer. See you guys soon.
South Shore. The fucking armpit of America. I'm kidding. I love the South Shore.
I do. I was to say this. I went to a Cornhole tournament. We get the echo if I keep this on. We went to a Cornhole tournament a couple weekends ago, and they had like town spot pizza like in the back box, and I was like, "This is fucking great pizza." And it's almost like more like an appetizer.
Dude, I love bar pizza.
Yeah, it's great.
Monty's.
Monty's.
I just said this. So next week we're playing in Lynn. I already know what I'm having. I'm going to Monty's. I'm getting fucking bar pizza.
Yeah.
That's all we have down up here for bar pizza, and it's fucking delightful.
This next one, I haven't listened to these, but I could see the transcription. This is going to tug at your heartstrings. You don't like this.
Gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's fraud season. Today's fraud. It's that time of the year. Football's on. Saturday, Sunday. Wife comes in the room. What are we doing? Going apple picking.
Fuck no.
For the small price of a 5-bedroom, for the small price of a down payment in a 5-bedroom house, you can have a bag and you can fill it with about 20 apples.
Rotten apples,
10
too.
will be good,
Rotten apples.
10 will be bad. The whole way you're heading to apple picking, you're talking about all the stuff you're going to do with the apples. Make pie. Make pies. Make, I don't know, just eat them.
And it
You know
never
what
happens.
happens after that?
Nothing.
They sit on your counter. They get nice and moldy. But hey, you got some fucking pictures for the Facebook.
Who is this?
What's better than that?
I'm pretty sure, I can't confirm because I don't know who this person is, but I'm pretty sure that's the emotional support animal guy.
Oh, you think so?
By the way, I love this because I listen to, like I said, I listen to Kirk Minahan all the time, and they have callers that call in. They like always like, is that the guy who does this too? Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's like, is that the guy who
Dude,
called in and talked about this?
I definitely had apple picking on us fraud before.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
There's nothing worse.
Well, hey, here's the thing.
That's that might be my like mayo, and then apple picking is like the worst thing ever.
Oh, we have a. By the way, we have another
My local does a apple picking event.
that you refuse to go to.
I refuse to go to, but it also falls on a Sunday. Shucks, got football. I don't know what to tell you.
I gotta say this too. We got a big show. We have 2 more voicemails, but we have a big show next weekend.
Do we ever?
I think we got 2 legends. So we're going to record next week. We'll record on Monday night.
Yep.
Because it's a long weekend. First of all, we got a big week. We got a golf tournament next Friday.
Yep.
And then we are going to have 2 epic guests. And by the way, I know people think like, who they got? They got you got Maddie in the morning? Who do you got? No. We got 2 guys who work for the T, all right? That's the guess we get, all right? 2 of the funniest motherfuckers who work for the T ever.
Yep.
My buddy, Jonathan Clark, a.k.a. Clarky, who's a big pull in the court guy. One of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And I negotiated that last night. He works with our buddy Fitzy.
Matthew the Mountain
The
Fitzmaurice.
kid is it's like when you look at the mountain in Game of Thrones, you're looking at Fitzy basically.
He's a big boy.
Like if that kid gets a hold of you, you're not going anywhere. Like I can tell you that much. Luckily, he likes us. Also, by the way, new pull in the court guy, probably gonna listen to this. BP Hammers, our buddy BP
Yes.
Hammers.
Listen.
Reached out to us.
Fucking binge listened.
BB Hammers is like if you see him and Fitzy walking around together, like it's like a Miami football lineman recruiting.
There was the best. We took a picture when we met up.
Yeah.
It was Hammers, Fitzy, and me, and that looked like I was Jimmy Hart with fucking Earthquake and Typhoon from fucking wrestling in 1993.
These dudes are fucking huge. But we're gonna talk next weekend's subject is all Halloween. I can't wait.
I cannot
I'm
wait.
a fucking monster Halloween guy.
Love Halloween.
My buddy Clocky, he is a fucking like Mike Myers. Like he loves Halloween. Loves
Perfect.
it. So I can't wait. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Daniel Gillis. Didn't think you were getting a call this week because of the Notre Dame bye week. Buddy, everyone in America wins this week because NBC can replace those shit frauds at 2 p.m. with the Ricky Lake rerun and get better ratings. Get fucked.
Oh, Bobby, you never fail to disappoint, buddy.
I love it. He didn't even have the material, and he still came at you. Like
He said they would rather listen to Ricky Lake than Notre Dame, dude. What a fucking cuck.
Ricky Lake. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Anyways, all right, last one. You ready?
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ. I thought Ashley from the Beef page was the biggest fucking fraud I've ever heard. Until I started listening to you 2 jabronis. Jesus Christ, do you guys ever disagree on anything? Jesus, it's like you 2 are pulling each other's cork in the back of the trans van. Christ. Kiss and make up, you fucking jerks.
All right, so here's the funny thing. When I first saw that come through, because I can read them, like the way it comes through to Google Voice, like I'll get on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't listen to it, I just read it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, who's this fucking dick? Like,
Yeah.
First of all, let me start by saying this. It is funny. Somebody had said that to me, like, you guys never like argue about anything. What do you want me to be, a fake argument up? Like, you want me to, let's have a fake argument. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
We're realists.
We are real, like, whatever. That, I'm 99.9% sure that is my boy Scotty Moe from up in Ipswich, who's having the tournament that me and Javon are playing in, who's a pulling the court guy. And when I heard it, I'm like, fucking Scotty Moe, you motherfucker. Trying to come for the neck. No fucking, it is what it is. Anyways, I love everybody who keep calling in, dude. These fucking voice
by the way,
voicemails are my favorite part of my week.
Yeah. By the way, when we do disagree, I know that we're the same type of person. We are going to stand so high on our fucking.
Oh, 100%.
So it's okay. Yeah. Again, what do you want us to make shit up? No, this is all fucking authentic, pal. Authenticious, as my man Slane in the town said. All right. So Scotty, all due respect, get fucked.
All right, I got to say this too, and this is not about vacation, but you and I touched on this, and I just want to get you are widely known as the biggest Tom Brady guy out there.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
I just want to give you.
Still.
I'm just gonna, and I think I really want people to like call in and tell me what they think of this. We were playing golf tournament the other day. I mean, if you're from New England, I think no matter what you thought of Brady, like when he was playing here, you're like, there's no guy you want with that ball in his hand. It's just you can't fight it. It is what it is. He's the best. It is what it is. It's a fact. Just like the fucking fact that women were staring at me like like they were ready to leave their husbands. After I fucking dominated Cornhole. My buddies were talking. They're like, isn't it kind of sad that like all the people from around here, like the guys that I know, are kind of like, yeah, Brady's kind of a loser now. He's just kind of fucked his legacy up. I'm not talking about his football legacy.
No,
he's not fucked that up. His football legacy is untouchable. It is fucking platinum.
It all stems from women.
Dude, this
Fuck
kid,
Giselle.
dude. Jesus, man. I don't know. What do you think? I want your honest opinion.
My honest opinion is when he came out with his Brady line, I looked, obviously, I was like, I'm getting a shirt.
Yep.
Then I saw it was a white Hanes fucking t-shirt and it said Brady in size 12 Times New Roman fucking font across your heart, and the shirt was $55. And I go, not a fucking chance. I mean, it's one thing to have a big ego. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a frontline pawn for Tom Brady.
Yes, you are.
And he doesn't even look the same. I just want him to go on a bender. I want him to be so blackout drunk and just like, you know what? I want him to go on like Facebook Live and be like, my life was fine before I met you. She's fucking ruined him, dude. She ruined the kid.
This guy is
the guy works one day a week.
He's so addicted to himself. I mean, addicted to like...
He is.
Everybody's addicted to things, right? It's a fact.
He is.
That's like when they always say like when like drug addicts get off drugs and they become like CrossFit nuts. Because they have to be... Everybody's addicted to something.
Right.
Right? Some people's addictions are healthy. They're like, whatever. They're addicted to like painting or whatever, right? Some people are addicted to Coke. Like, whatever, right? Like, some
the old nose beers.
The old nose beers. But Brady, like, he's addicted to winning. He's addicted to himself.
Yeah.
And like this... His game is completely the most pure thing of all time. There's nothing fraudulent about it. Mm-hmm. He himself is a fraud.
You'll never get those words out of my mouth.
I thought I was going to get it. I thought you were going to admit it.
You will never get those words out of my mouth. The guy made me smile for 20 years.
I said this to you. I'm like, my son is just now getting into football, right? He's like, he's been watching games with me. Like, he's like, what's on next? Tampa Bay's on. Let's watch that, right? Yeah. I'm like, dude, you started watching the Pats at the wrong time.
Dude,
like,
for 20 years.
We were rolling.
This guy made me fucking smile.
Oh, dude.
I'm the dog next to the deathbed. You know what I mean? I'm just by his side.
Listen, I forgive him. I'm just saying, like, here's the vibes I got. And this just came to my head. I've never thought of this before until right now.
Yeah.
You know who he is? He's the fucking Tom Cruise of sports.
No, the fuck he's not.
Fact.
Hey, Scotty Moe, you wanted a fucking argument? Here you go.
Here's your argument. I'll tell you why he's the fucking
Tom Cruise.
I'm going to tell you why.
Scientology's fuck.
I'm going to tell you why. I would not be shocked if we found out tomorrow that Brady's a Scientologist.
If he is, I swear to God, I will never come back on here again.
Here's why I think that. Because Tom Cruise is a fucking freak. He's a weird dude.
He's nuts,
He's
dude.
crazy. But he fucking puts out Top Gun. You know what? That movie fucks hard.
Yeah.
Like, Maverick fucks. It's awesome. It's so good. Tom Brady is a freak and a weirdo, but he comes out on fucking Tampa Bay, and I'm like, that's my guy.
See, everyone talks about Maverick. That's not even his best character. His best character was Brian Flanagan in Cocktail.
A huge Cocktail guy.
Love it. When he gets up there and does the poem with all the fuck, sign me up.
Somebody came out like recently and was like, "This Tom Cruise, he's kind of obviously he's like got a weird history." And somebody was like, "It was like." Some Scientologist person was like, I think it was like Leah Remini or whoever was like, if you're supporting this movie, you're supporting like Scientology and all that stuff. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, if Tom Cruise is getting in the jet, I'm fucking there, okay? I'm fucking ride or die with my boy in the jet. I'm not going to ride or die with a Scientology loser,
right?
But Maverick in the fucking jet, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This is turning to like a movie podcast, but Color Money, one of my favorite hungover movies of all time.
Don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, the pool movie?
Good
for him and Paul Newman.
Oh, yeah. I did see that. I did see that. Yeah,
fucking tremendous.
Paul Newman held me. How about that?
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yep. How am I just hearing this?
So my brother worked at Paramount Studios, and
I think I did hear this.
Yeah, and Paul Newman.
But I think I was drunk when I heard it.
Was it a barbecue episode? Because you definitely were.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was my phone.
Oh, that was like...
I don't know why that goes. I never, ever in my life have set a bedtime reminder. I think my phone just knows I'm normally in bed by 9 p.m.
Dude, that freaked me the fuck out. And I'll tell you what, one time I went up in the attic in my house and like all of a sudden like a toy went off. Yeah. Like I was like, I mean, I might as well just like, are the demons coming out to eat me now? Like what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paul Newman held you.
So we went.
Greatness.
I mean, obviously I don't remember this. I was a baby, but we went out for my brother's wedding. I was 1. I was in the wedding. How about that? 1-year-old. Get fucked. That's dominance. All right? And we went to like his job or whatever, and Paul Newman was there. My brother knew a lot of like fucking celebrities and shit. And I guess there's a picture floating around where Paul Newman.
We need this picture.
You're telling me.
We need that picture on a t-shirt.
Problem is, I have 2 dead parents, and I don't know where the fuck any one of these Polaroids went. So I have no idea.
I'm thinking about just making one with like just Paul Newman, but he's holding you like now. Like,
and I'm holding his fucking salad dressing.
Yeah, exactly. Newman's own.
Oh, by the way, fire season.
What a fucking great salad dressing. Great salad dressing.
All profits to charity.
Yeah. Anyways, back to vacations.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If I said to you right now, if I was like, hey,
Island.
It's 15 G's.
Island. Easily.
All right, let me just say this right now. When this fucking podcast really finally gets stride around episode 2,967, and we really making some money, we're going to Island.
Yeah, we fucking right.
Yeah, we stay at my buddy's house.
Yep.
We can do it live from the thatch over in Ferns. All right, that's my buddy's brother-in-law's
That's where I
barn.
want to go. And I there's a couple things, right? So part of me wants, and this is gonna sound like very, I don't know the right word.
Have you been to Island?
Yes, when I was a kid. though.
You little, yeah.
But I don't want to make it sound like I'm like only about my son, but he's the only Gillis left to carry the name.
Tommy's the same way.
To carry the name.
Yeah.
So like I have daughters, but like don't get me wrong, I would love to go as like a family vacation, but I would love that to be a boys trip.
Yep.
To Ireland, see our fucking heritage.
I'm in.
Go.
Me,
you know
you,
what
Brennan,
I mean?
and Tommy.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And it has again. My daughters. They want to go. You know, my daughters want to go L.A. That's where they want to go. They want to see where fucking Kim Kardashian lives.
I don't blame them.
You know.
I mean that's whatever. I've never been to California in my life.
I've been there 2 or 3 times.
People I love. By the way, this is my biggest flex on people. They're like you've never been to California. And I'm like, have you ever been to fucking? You ever been to Spain? You've been to fucking? You ever been to a little place called the Czech Republic? I'm like, I have. Like, I drank beers there for 2 weeks. What's up?
Fucking animal. What about you? Where would you go?
I'm probably with you. I'm way overdue on getting back to Ireland. I have to get back there. My buddy, like I said, my best friend basically lives there. So I'm way overdue on that. I'd love to go to Scotland.
I would love to. You took the words out of my mouth. I want to golf.
My buddies
I want to
there.
golf in Scotland.
Oh, I got a fucking story.
Tell me.
It is my buddy listens to this fucking podcast. So I hope he hears this, and I hope he's okay with me telling the story because it's fucking hilarious.
Did he meet Shrek and then Scotland?
My buddy Mike Taggart, who I was in like a million bands with, he was one of my favorite people in the world, and his brother Gary Taggart, who obviously the brothers. They were the Kevin Barry Pipes guys.
I think I know Gary.
You know Gary?
I think I do.
He's a plumber.
Yes, I do know him. I do know him.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a great dude.
Oh, shit.
He's fixed many water heater in this house.
Yep.
Anyways, their father was off the boat, right? Off the boat from Scotland. He was a lifelong bartender.
Yep.
We would always be at their house hanging out because their dad was bartending every night. Right?
Yeah.
So he goes, so the story goes, I was not there, is that usually I tell it from first person like I was there, but I'll tell it really, it was told to me. Was that there was like a fucking science project and you had to make this like weather thing, right? It was like out of a fucking 2-liter Pepsi, right? So my buddy and like this other kid, Mike Taggart and this other kid make this fucking contraption. They go down to the Garnis Market to pick up a couple of fucking Pepsis and some fucking Sour Patch Kids. They come back. And his father's standing there and his father goes, Michael Taggart. He goes, there'll be no smoking crack cocaine in this house. And he fucking smokes him with a right. Just fucking whacks him. Like he's like, because he thought he was doing hard drugs in the house. And he's like, it's a fucking science project. Michael Taggart, there'll be no smoking crack cocaine in this house. Fucking love that story. I'm actually not sure if he fucking shoved him, hit him, or like just yelled at him, but it's better if he hit him. By the way, the best part is that like the ending is like, yeah, it's for fucking class, by the way.
Right. That's a riot.
I would love to go to Scotland. I haven't been to Scotland. I've been all over Europe. Like, I would say that, I'll tell you this right now, I think I've said this before, but like, having been all over Europe, Italy is the balls, dude. Like,
I mean,
it's...
Dude,
Dude, they got it right over there. They figured it out.
And I've said this before, I've said it a zillion times. I'm a big fan of like cooking shows. Dude, if there's anything on with Italy, sign me up. Cancel the day. I want to know everything about Neapolitan pizza. I want to know everything how the grandmothers crushed their fucking tomatoes with their feet. I want it all. Sign me up. Like you say, throw it in a needle, mainline me.
You know what's funny is like I piqued my interest the other day. So my, both my girls have celiac disease. I think I've talked about this before. Ran into an old friend of mine, this girl Caitlin, who like I grew up like I was like hung out at her house in second grade. We were like hanging out.
Yeah.
So I saw her. She was telling me that her husband got diagnosed with celiac, which I'm like, no way, because this kid loves craft beer. She's like, he's fucking miserable, and she's like, and I'm still gassing like Trilliums and Treehouse right in his mug. I'm like, I love it, but she's like, but she has a mutual friend that I know too, like is a doctor. She's like, she has celiac, and she gets her gluten-free pizza sucks. It is not good. It's never fucking good. Okay, it's fact. She gets it imported from this place, this fucking company in Italy, and it's not cheap. But she said it's fucking as good as regular pizza. So I like found it the other day, and I'm like, I'm definitely buying like 5 pies from this place.
So here's the thing about, I mean, is what's your favorite food? Mine's Italian all day long.
Favorite like type of food?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
All right, so I make
I like Irish.
I
turnips and
so I make a mean sauce. I know I do.
Yeah,
like a mean sauce. But in the years, like the acidity's just killed me.
Sure. Yeah.
So, a buddy of mine, actually, he's my old coach. He's a McDonough, believe it or not, but he is 5'2", little meatball. His mother's obviously Italian.
Yeah.
He calls sauce gravy, drives me fucking bananas. But he taught me a little trick from his mother that she learned. So obviously, I've always used San Marzano tomatoes, always, because that's if you don't, you're a fucking clown, fraud, loser. San Marzano tomatoes, and do whatever you got to do to it, season it. He goes to get the acidity out of it, and San Marzanos are less acidic than regular tomatoes. That's why you do it. But I still have fucking. If I think of,
I feel like I'm in school right now.
If I think of lemonade, I get fucking hot.
I know what you mean. I agree. Yeah.
So he was like, "Here's what you got to do," and I've done it ever since. He goes, "Stick a whole carrot in there," and I go, "What?" He goes,
"Oh, I have heard this."
So I go, "I don't want a carrot in my fucking sauce." He goes, "No, you fucking dingwit. Take the carrot. The carrot takes all the acidity, and when you're done with the sauce, you just take the carrot out, throw it out, dude. I can eat it with spoons like fucking cereal, dude, and it doesn't bother me. The carrot shit works."
First of all, I gotta try your sauce. I can't wait to try your sauce.
My sauce and meatballs, I will put against. Listen to me closely. I will put up against anybody.
I mean, I am
anybody.
I can't wait to try this.
Yeah, there's one person's meatballs, and I shouldn't say it. There's a lot of fucking good meatballs.
Yeah.
Out there. My buddy Glenn, who listens to this.
Yeah. Glenn's my grandfather's name. It's my favorite name, by the way.
Did you spell it 1 N or 2 N's?
He was a. Now I'm gonna get in trouble. My mother's gonna be like, "You don't know how to spell your grandfather's name?" 1 N.
All right, so Glenn's a 1 N guy too.
Yeah.
Glenn is big on saying Glenn 1 N. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
He's big on Glenn's roast beef because it's a fucking 1 N. You know what I mean? Like, Glenn's mother-in-law.
Not a lot of Glenn's out there anymore.
No. So Glenn's mother-in-law, rest in peace, gave her recipe to Glenn's wife.
Yeah.
Brendan, I had these meatballs once, and I called her the next day to see if there was more.
Really?
Dude, they were fucking lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, I can bow out gracefully when something's better than mine. Those meatballs are better than mine.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Mario Batali can fuck off. Emerald can fuck off. My shit's a fire. And I got it from my fucking Irish-Scottish father, and he makes a fire meatball.
Yeah.
I can fry them, I can bake them, I can do whatever the fuck I want to them, but what you get out of my meatball, you're just going to be like, well, what is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening?
I got to try them.
Then you take a pan of dosa roll, dunk it in the sauce while I'm cooking them? Jesus Christ.
Like, I do like when, obviously you come over and I provide you with pretzels and some hot beef. But we got, like I said, we get Clark and Fitzy are not small individuals.
Yeah.
We got to have some food over here when they get over here next weekend. Like maybe beefs, you know what I mean? Sunday beefs.
Skeptical around here.
Yeah, it's tough. Maybe we'll do something else. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with a plan.
I'm with it.
Dude. First of all, like that's the thing about Italy, right? It's like you go like, and I'm like a big seafood guy.
Yeah, I fucking love
Sorrento, Italy. I had the best frutti di mare I've had in my fucking life. Like frutti di mare, like if I'm ever like to you, if I'm like, dude, I like if I get to the point where I'm like 60 years old, I'm like I can't get it up anymore.
Yeah.
Put a thing of frutti di mare in front of me, I'll be fucking stilt.
Do you know? Obviously, you've seen the movie A Bronx Tale.
Of course.
All right. So you just said frutti di mare.
Yeah.
Do you remember what right before the motorcycle gang comes in?
Yeah.
And Sonny's ordering food. He's like, "What's your specials?" and the guy says frutti di mare.
Yeah.
I never knew what it was. This is back fucking dial-up internet.
You want me to say what it is?
No, I know
Okay,
it is now because dial-up internet. I went on the old fucking Google machine and I go, "What the fuck is frutti di mare?" And I figured it out. And
Fruits of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember I was like, "What did he just say?" And I like rewinded it on my VHS tape.
Dude.
Oh, unbelievable.
Like I've always said this too. Like I this is a pretty funny story. Speaking of vacations, so well documented. I can put on fucking 30 in a month. I can take 30 off in a month. Just whatever. I can do that. So when I went to Europe, like I was coming off my senior year in college, I was fucking like I was going like 225, not wearing it well, right?
Right.
So you get to Europe, your backpack. I got a 50-pound pack on my back, dude. I'm dropping mad weight, and I was like, I wanted to get like thin while I was over there. Mm-hmm. So I was eating a lot of food. Like I would have the same thing every day. Like I would eat like a fucking baguette. Like we were in France, I'd eat a baguette in the morning, like a thing of bread, and then like at night I'd have something and I'd have some wine. That was it. Every day. We were walking like 7-8 miles a day, dude. You couldn't keep weight on you. So like, but I was like really strict with my diet. Like I wasn't fucking
If I got
around.
offered to backpack Europe,
Yeah.
it would be the quickest no you've ever heard in your life.
Dude, I think it's because pluses and minuses. But anyway, so I was like wicked. Like I was just not eating a lot of food. Like I was just like, that's how I lost weight. I was like fucking taking it off. So we go to Greece, right? And like we're in Greece and we're like hanging out this thing, and then we go to like this restaurant. And this guy's like, dude, this kid had told me at the hotel, he's like, this place, like, you've had feta cheese over here? It's the best fucking feta cheese you've had in your life. It's like not like it is home. Like it's legit. So I get like a Greek salad, right? I'm like, no, this fucking feta cheese, right? The place was probably 400 yards from our hotel.
Yeah.
I eat the feta cheese. I'm like, dude, this shit it's so rich. It's fucking awesome. I've been eating fucking bread and like fruit for like fucking 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I shit my pants on the way back to the fucking hotel. Dude, I was walking back to the hotel and I'm like, my buddy's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, just standing there, like trying to like not shit myself. And I'm like, dude, I think I'm like, he's like, there might be there's a bathroom back there. I'm like, I can't get back there. I can't go anywhere right now. I'm like, I got my asshole clenched like a fucking, like a diamond, right? And like, I made one, like, I like moved my leg and all of a sudden I'm like, I just shit my fucking pants. And he's like, what do you, so I just went back, I had to throw all my clothes out and everything. It was fucking horrible, dude. Absolutely horrible. But I'm like, I think that feta cheese is a little too rich for me.
Yeah, fucking pure laxative.
But on the non-gross spectrum, I'll say that the food, dude, you know the funny thing is, like, France, like, the food, whatever, fucking fine. People like, you know, people like, oh, like, you know, I love this, they're like, oh, this restaurant's great. What's this restaurant? I'm like, whatever. Give me Italy. Give me the fucking pasta.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking olive oil. Dude, the olive oil in Italy, like, they're like, you're just mopping that bread up with it, dude. It is so fucking good.
I've only been to one French restaurant. Like, obviously I didn't go to France, but it was a place.
You strike me as a French restaurant guy. I'm surprised.
So I've only been to one.
Mistral?
No, Brasserie Joe in Boston.
Okay.
And it was all right. You know what I mean? It didn't, like, I had like, I think I had like duck.
Let's just fucking say this right now. There's not been a hungover Boston person worth their salt who's ever been like, what do you want to get for lunch today? French. Never. Nobody's ever said that shit. You know what I mean? French
like,
dressing sucks, by the way. Let's talk about that for a
gross.
second. French dressing. Do they even make it anymore?
Maybe. And
That, like, you know who buys French dressing? Somebody named Glenn or Pearl. Like, those are the only people left keeping French dressing alive.
fucking Glenn's going to be in his Bobcat tomorrow. Like, motherfucker.
Fucking Glenn.
Yeah.
Dude, I tried to, that was the, talking about like you just said the hardest no you'd ever have was like, do you want to backpack Europe? When Tommy was like, we were like coming with that names for names, like, Glenn? She was like, 0 chance. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I wanted that. I always wanted to name a dog Glenn. I'm like, I was like, looking for, every Glenn, here's the other thing. I've only known 3 Glens. They are all fucking legends. I loved every Glenn I've ever met.
Yeah, Chris Glenn's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah, of course he is. He's a fucking Glenn. You don't just name anybody Glenn. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking, dude, Glenn. Like, there's not a lot of Glens walking around. You know what I mean? Like, fucking.
I always think of Glenn from, like, The Ringer. How many fingers do I have? I have 4 fingers and 2 thumbs.
They don't make movies like that anymore either, by the way.
No, they do not. And you'll
I
never.
people like you can't say retard anymore. They made movies like this. Like that was,
Dude, he gave so much money to the Special Olympics, though.
Oh, I do.
Money talks.
Whatever. It's you know.
Money talks.
Yeah.
And he had legit fucking slow people in that.
Yeah, dude. It was. Yeah.
They cut him a check. When the fuck did we get ice cream? Hilarious.
By the way, that's a lot different than being like, I was retarded last night. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever heard? I don't know why I'm coming up with this right now, but it is funny. Like,
just throw a country out there.
no, I don't think I told this story. If I did, stop me if I told this. In the song, in the Salt and Pepper song, when they say, when the guy's like 12 inches to a yard, when he's talking about his dick,
Yep.
and he's like, had her screaming like a retard, and then somebody goes "Mm," in the back, and I'm like, dude, whoa! Like, I never noticed that, and then like one night we were out, and like I think every time I told this or no, and then so we were at my buddy's house, and I'm like, dude, how funny is that? Like I never thought of that. Like that was just a song that was always played when I was a kid. Like I was screaming like a retard, like, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And we were at my buddy's house listening to it, and I go, dude, has anybody ever like made their wife or girlfriend like have an orgasm and been like, oh. Shit. I fucked her
like
so
a
good she was retarded last night. My buddy goes, the next day I go, man, I wish my wife was retarded last night. My buddy goes, my wife's like Albert Einstein. He's like, that's how long it's been since I had sex with her.
That's awesome.
She's like Albert Einstein. Anyways, yeah. And then, by the way, and I think that The Ringer is a movie that's not great either. It's not that great of a movie.
No, there was the one funny. Well, no, there was a few funny parts of that movie, but the lady going up to what was his uncle? There was like his dad always ripping the cigars. He goes, so what is Jeffy's problem? And he like takes a drag and he goes, well, he's slow. Like that was his answer. She's like, what? He's like, yeah, he's got some stuff going on up there. He's like, yeah, well, he's slow.
Dude, I think I've told you this, but I haven't told it on the podcast yet. Is that, like, you know, obviously Brandon's been playing football like since you had him, like since he was fucking 3, right? Basically, you had him going. So Tommy's now like, you know, like I told you, he's turned into like used to be this sweet little kid who drew like awesome drawings, and now he's turned into a meat stick who pushes me around the garage playing NFL Blitz. I showed him videos of Lawrence Taylor and talk about 6 to midnight. He was like, when Taylor's like, if I get back in that game, I'm gonna murder you, motherfucking pussy. Dude, you gotta. Tommy's like, this guy's the best. Yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy is. He goes, I told you this. He goes, he Googles him. He goes, he got arrested. I go, yeah, he got arrested a couple times. He goes, no, he got arrested like last month.
That's great.
Dude, LT in his prime. Oh. Murdering people.
The fucking lightning fucking airing.
Fucking, yeah, you don't want to see that coming around the corner, dude.
All set.
You don't want to see that fucking shit.
Gold tooth, all set.
All right, so if you have to go someplace in the States that you've never been before, where are you going to go?
Ooh.
I have my answer. I know what it is. The fact that I haven't been there yet makes me want to kill myself.
All right, so I mean, I wouldn't count this, but no, I was there for a layover. That don't count, right? I didn't leave the airport.
No, I'm saying like you haven't been there yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't count. Yeah. You've even I've been to a bunch of places for a
Texas.
layover. Yeah. Scotty Moe, fuck off. There's a reason we don't disagree. Scotty Moe actually is from Texas, which is fucking hilarious.
Texas, and it's strictly because I'm a massive football guy.
Yes.
And I would be entertained from Thursday to Sunday.
So I showed you the videos. My buddy Tim Powell, who was down there, his wife's from Texas. I showed you the video of their high school football game, and it's like, it looks like a Pats game.
Yeah,
like
I just...
That was this week.
I just love... That's, like, I love Boston, obviously, but, like, that's my element. That's my element.
So here's my thing with Texas. There's a reason, like, if you ever watch this on YouTube, if you've ever been in my bar, this is, it's supposed to be like a Texas honky tonk. Like, that's how I designed it, right? So when I was in college, like, I was playing music and stuff, and I got out of college, and, like, my buddy Jeff Downing from Scituate, legendary individual, he introduced me to, like, real country music. Like, not, like, at the time, like, what was popular in country would be, like, I guess, like, Trace Atkins and, like, guys like that, like, Garth Brooks and shit. And I'm like, this stuff is trash, right? And then he was like, no, these guys like Pat Green, who's fucking awesome, Robert O'Keefe, like, real songwriters from Texas. Like, that, like, they're not, they just are, like, fucking regular-ass guys. And I was like, as being a guy who's played music, I always felt like outside the circle because I'm like, all these fucking artsy-fartsy motherfuckers from New England, like, they're all like, you know, they just didn't feel like my friends. And, like, I would listen to these guys from Texas. I'm like, these guys are regular dudes. They just happen to be able to play music. Like, they're guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've always wanted to get there. Dying. Like, this sums up, like, my buddy Ty Hemmert, who works with me. I'm like, hey, listen, we hit this number for work. I'm like, me and you are going down to Texas to see we're going to see Charlie Robeson, who's like one of my favorites. We're going to see him play Green Hall. All right? That's like a legendary honky tonk. I'm like, that's fucking happening. right? Pumped up. We're both like, we're hitting this number this year. We're hitting this fucking number. We're going to Green Hall, get fucked up. The next day, the news comes out that Charlie Robison's never going to sing again because he has a paralyzed vocal cord. I go, that's our life. That's us. Like, we're such eternal losers. Like, the one thing we want to get done in life. So I've been dying to go so hard. Like, I want to go so bad.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think Maggie really is that. I get it. Like, I want to go and see fucking old shitty bars and fucking watch people play country music and do that shit. Like, people like Nashville. Like, I do want to go Nashville.
Nashville is unbelievable.
I want to go there, but, like, I want to go to Texas. I want to see fucking Texas.
Yeah, I do
Like,
too.
I want to drive around and see fucking Texas.
Dude, Texas is right up my alley. And again, it's strictly for my own demeanor, like why I want to go is football.
And, dude, and you know what's funny is I was almost flown there. There's a guy, a buddy of mine, Chad Jacobson, is like he owns Texas Cornhole League, TCL. Like, it's like their own thing. This is everything on TV. They're almost bigger than them, but like nobody like Texas is everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, this guy's got like sick houses. Like, dude, he has a basketball court in his house. Yeah. He's got a fucking walks around with a fucking 10-gallon hat, the whole thing. He's like, I'll fly you down. But it was like when COVID was going bananas and nobody knew that COVID was like kind of not really that big of a deal. We would probably like this will be shadow banning this fucking this podcast. But like I was like, fuck, I want to go so fucking bad. Like I don't know the whole vibe down there. I want to see it. We could do it. We could get on the road and fucking check it out.
I wouldn't hate it. They would love us. Are you shitting me?
Texas people, they already love me. Let's go.
Yeah.
I
would just argue. I'd do horns down all fucking day, just piss everyone
See,
off.
I always did another thing. Like, here's another fault of mine. Like, I like to gamble, bet sports. I always bet on Texas. They never cover for me whenever I bet on them. When I don't bet them, they cover.
Sure.
That's just that's BC and Texas for me. Boston College is the biggest fraud fucking institution ever.
Been saying it since I was fucking like 8 years old. But
here's the thing: if you're not from around, and like I have all of Maggie's family went to fucking BC except for her. My buddy Freddie Good, legend, Melrose guy. Lives in Melrose now, BC guy. My buddy John Ash, BC guy. Right? Here's what people don't get about BC. I think people from other parts of the country think BC is like people from Boston like BC. No,
couldn't be more.
Because you know what it is, and I think BC people kind of know this. Like BC people are kind of elitist. Like,
oh yeah,
it's not Harvard, dude. Like it's BC. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a great school. Don't get me wrong. It's a fucking way better school than I ever went to.
Dude, if one of my kids ever got accepted to BC, I'm all in.
Well, you'd also be broke, so
100%. But I'm going to take that.
You'd be Ubering all over the place. You'd be driving Uber.
Listen, every one of my kids, I'm going to be like, make sure you check that Hispanic right off. Let's get as much money off as we possibly can.
Dude, that is a bonus.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
It's a cheat code.
It is a cheat
You know what
code.
I mean?
Yeah. You remember when Kid Rock Kid Rock's has a son with the kid's mother is black?
Yeah.
And he used to, when he was on Howard Stern, Kid Rock goes, I told him you can only take a half day off on Martin Luther King
Jesus
Day.
Christ.
That was way back, by the way. That was way, way back before he turned to a right-wing fucking maniac.
Yeah.
But that cracked me up. Dude, that's a bonus. Like, my kids are never they're like, oh, this kid is, look at how, could you be any whiter? Like, you are the most Irish white people we've ever seen in my life. Luckily, I get my oldest daughter is like a fucking absolute star student.
That's awesome.
Fucking star student.
Beautiful.
We should talk about this real quick. When you were sitting here, we were watching the game. My youngest daughter, who asked for an app to be approved on her phone every 37 seconds, I would say, I get a notification. It was called BitLife Simulator, and the only reason it caught my mind is is that a sperm? After I approved it,
Yeah.
And the first thing it said was take it. It's like quizzes. It was John wants to kiss you. Say no. Option 1. Kiss him but no tongue. Option 2. Kiss him with tongue. Option 3. I'm like, here's option 4. You're deleting that fucking app off your phone, motherfucker. She's she didn't know what it was. She had no idea.
To her credit, she goes, oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, she really didn't know it. She's just looking for something to do. Keep herself busy. Texas would definitely be on the list. I do want to see California. My buddy Mike Taggart, who I mentioned earlier, eventually I think we'll end up living there. I'm like, when you live there, I'll come out and visit you. I'll come see you in L.A.
It's a long flight, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much longer than Vegas, right?
No, it's not. Vegas is a long flight.
Vegas flight sucks.
I don't mind flying. It doesn't bother me.
It's okay.
I would rather get there quicker.
I can't wait till we're flying private to Texas, me and you.
Yeah. Pulling the fucking private flight, dude.
We have our own flight, our own plane.
Can't wait.
By the way, I've been freaking the fuck out recently. And I know that if you watch this on YouTube, you've noticed, and I still am late on last week's episode, but I haven't had I don't know what my fucking cup is. My
I know
four
mine
cup.
is.
I don't know. So I've been really I'm like, did I accidentally throw it out? Like, what happened here? Go up in my daughter's room today, fucking, sitting on her dresser. She's had it up there for a month. I'm like, don't ever take this cup out of my sight ever again. So, yeah, I would definitely be a Texas guy. Whatever. Florida's fun. I like going to places where there's, I'd like to see, I went to Cleveland. I got buddies who live in Cleveland.
That's a hilarious vacation land destination.
Well, not only that, it was when they shut down the world for COVID. So,
nice.
I wish I took more pictures because it was like The Walking Dead. It was like, dude, there were no cars on the roads.
Yeah.
I was downtown Cleveland, walking around, it was like post-apocalyptic shit. But Cleveland's a beautiful place. And, I'll tell you right now, give me salty earth people. Give me, a Detroit. Give me Cleveland. Give me working class fucking towns, Texas. These are the places I want to go to. I don't go Beverly Hills and suck some rich person's cock.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Give me fucking the working class places. That's why I love Diners, Drivers, and Dives.
Because the greatest human ever is hosting it. Out of bounds.
You know what? I'm going to say it right now. That's our number one get. We got to get
Guy Fieri.
We got to get Guy Fieri.
We have to.
That's going to be our first famous person that's on the show.
I hope so.
And I hope he makes us and I want you to have your sauce ready for him to try it. See what he thinks.
He's gonna love it.
He's gonna be use a carrot in there.
Yeah.
Use a carrot.
Did you cook this in a pan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like this? Yeah.
No shit, guy.
You know what? I don't want to go at all, and I know everybody's gonna people will listen to this and be like, whatever, but got zero desire to go to Hawaii. I'm like, whatever.
I don't either.
Dude, it's wicked far away.
I don't either.
Yeah, the beach, awesome, great. I can go to Gloucester. I go to Good Harbor. Great.
My buddy,
Go to Nahan.
My buddy, I grew up with, lives there now full time. Does hotel management, kills it.
Yeah.
Pictures, gorgeous, dude. I have zero desire to go out and visit.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for me. I'm fine. I'm all set. Like I said, you got Hawaii, I got Nahan. You know what I mean? I go to Nahan. You know what I mean?
You ever fucking overlook Lynn?
Yeah, have you ever been to Lynn, my friend? Have you ever looked at the fucking...
You haven't fucking lived.
Until you've been to Lynn.
Take your crystal meth and Dog the Bounty Hunter and shove it.
I remember, I will say, one of Maggie's cousins, who's not known for being a hilarious person. He's just kind of a straight guy, has a great job, makes a shitload of money. And at our wedding, he's like, where you going on your honeymoon? And I didn't even get to answer, and he goes, oh, I heard Framingham was beautiful this time of year. And I'm like, it was the middle of December. I'm like, oh, that's some high heat right there.
Do you have any horror stories from vacations?
Well, yeah, I shit my pants in Greece. That was one of them. I'm trying to think. Do you have?
I do. I got a couple, but the cruise to Bahamas where I fought my cousin.
Yeah, Mike.
On the cruise ship, fucking coming back to Boston. We docked in Boston the next day. He woke up in the middle of the hallway on a couch. And
meaning docked the ship's docked, not
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when we first got to Bahamas, he loves his grass. I don't even know if he still smokes, but he loved his grass. And he's like, I'm gonna go get some weed.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, you do your thing. I'm gonna go do mine.
Yeah.
And it was me and my two buddies and him and his buddy, and we kind of just split. And then we ended up going. So again, I was 18 or legal enough to drink there. A place called Senor Frogs, which they're all over.
Yeah.
All over, right? They didn't have a age requirement. They had a height requirement.
Okay.
So I was 17. My buddy was 17. His little brother was 13. Made the height requirement. We got this kid fucking annihilated. All right? Jared Rodgers, all right? So we get there. Jared comes, now his brother finds the weed and whatever, goes to try to find them. Now it's just me and a 13-year-old that's shit-faced.
Not good, by the way.
Swear to God,
Yeah.
right?
Bad.
So we're going to get back.
I've been in a similar situation. Not
We're
great.
going to get back on the cruise ship. Guy comes up to us, dreads. Hey, man, you want to go see Ziggy Marley tonight? And I'm like, nah, I think I'm good, man. He's like, nah, he wants to see him. Once in a lifetime he comes around here. He just wants to come and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. Fucking, he's like, 2 VIP passes. You see him tonight, no problem.
I feel like this is the guy that I worked at Home Depot with.
He could have been. So I get the 2 tickets. Jared can't even stand up.
Yeah.
And I got money. So I give him $40, whatever the case may be. He's like, enjoy yourself. First thing it says on the ticket, does not include special events or fucking, like, got scammed right off the rip.
Yeah.
Whatever. $40, he's out of my life forever.
Yep.
As we're walking towards the cruise ship, I see my cousin, my buddy Richie, and I forget the other kid's name. It's my cousin that brought him on the cruise ship, sprinting to the fucking cruise ship. And they're like, get on the fucking ship, get on the ship. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we get on there, he goes, guy just pulled out a knife on us to buy weed. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
They got cornered in like an alley. They were gonna rob him. And they fucking got out of Dodge and got back on the cruise ship. Now, at that point, my cousin Mike had a girl that he was talking to on the cruise ship. She fell in love with him, and he was like just there for the week.
Yeah.
Like anybody that with a fucking brain realizes.
Sure. Yeah.
She fell in love with him, right? They take off again. Everyone's drunk at this point. We're drunk, they're drunk, everyone's drunk. And I go up to the deck, and they're having like this fucking whiteout party. And I'll never forget, they were playing Step in the Name of Love by R. Kelly. And it was all adults in fucking white. And my buddy Jared, 13-year-old, shit-faced, on the deck doing the dance with them in like a jersey from like, it was like a Cleveland fucking Cavaliers LeBron James jersey. Just dancing with them. And they were like, you guys gotta leave. No problem. I promise you, this is gonna end I'll get to the end of the story.
Yeah.
So these two fucking gorgeous girls are coming up the stairs. Jared goes on the banister to slide down, completely topples over down 20 fucking stairs. And he goes, fuck. And she's like, are you okay, little guy? He goes, I'm not little, I'm 21. I go, what?
21.
Fucking, they take off. Now I'm like, all right, we need something in our system. So we go to the 24-hour fucking buffet or whatever, mowing down on fries, burger, whatever the case may be. This fucking monster comes up to me. Hey, where's your brother? I'm like, who the fuck are you? Right? He's like, where's your brother that broke my daughter's heart? I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And then I see like her in the corner bawling her eyes out.
Jesus.
It's a fucking cruise. Yeah. Right? So Jared, who's fucking drooling drunk at this point, can't figure out how to put food in his mouth.
Yeah.
And I got this fucking monster that looks like Trace Atkins fucking screaming at me. And I go, buddy, just get away from me. Like, I don't got time for you, whatever. He goes, tell him that I'm looking for him. Okay, pal. Yeah, I'll do that. So I go, I find my cousin. He's dancing with another broad at in the little disco or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get his attention. This is how we fought. So I'm like, hey, dude, like, we might have a situation on our hands. I was like, can I talk to you about it? He's like, leave me alone. Fucking leave me alone. So I think we should probably talk this out because, like, we're going to have to take one out from up top. Someone's going to have to hit his knee.
Yeah.
He's a big fella.
Yeah.
We should probably figure out how else we're going to do this. Fuck that. Now I'm mad. I'm starting to pound Coronas, blah, blah, blah. And that's all they had on there. They didn't have, that's why I knew it was Coronas because they didn't have Bud Light.
Yeah.
It's like 3 a.m. We're waiting on the elevator to go to our rooms. He goes, hey, what'd you want to tell me? I go, I'm done, dude. I go, I got nothing to tell you. He's like, just fucking tell me. Just tell me now. I said, no, dude. I said, I'm trying to tell you 4 hours ago. You're fucking doing your own thing. I'm all set. I'm done with telling you. He pushes me. So, Mike, let's not do this. So now I'm on top of like the very first stair of a staircase.
Yeah.
So I'm like 4 inches taller than him or whatever. He's like, fucking tell me. I go, Mike, don't hit me. He fucking pushed me again. Caught me a little bit, like to like lean back. And I just laid into him and I just fucking unloaded on his face. So these people coming around, they're like, you guys fighting? We're like, no, we're wrestling, right? So now like my buddy Richie, who knows we're fighting, pretends he's a referee just so like they don't get, call it, and they're like, you guys are doing a great wrestling match. We're on the ground fucking beating the shit out of each other, right? Finally, he's like, I'm tired. I'm like, I'm tired too, buddy. I'm like, I don't want to fight you. Gets up. I had my sister's Red Sox jersey on. There's blood all over it. Blood all over it. I go, dude, I'm sorry. He goes, I'm sorry too. Hugged it out.
Yeah,
end of the night.
whatever.
He's like, let's go get food or whatever. He ends up passing out on the couch. I get fucking blood all over me. It was my sister's jersey. So she's like, my sister Nikki, she's like, what happened to the jersey? I'm like, it's chocolate. It's like, chocolate? It's a lot of chocolate. How drunk were you? So I was pretty drunk. And she didn't find out until the bus ride from New York back to Boston. And Mike came clean with her. She goes, why didn't you just tell me that? I go, I didn't want to fucking tell you that we fought.
Yeah.
And She's like, well, it is what it is. And, but that was the end of that story. But yeah, they almost got robbed by machete. I had a 13-year-old shitface doing the step in the name of love.
Dude, I will say this. I've had one situation where, like, when I was at college, like, that my mother came up there with, like, her friend, and they brought her son, the kid was, like, 14 or something, 15, like, all right, fed him a couple of beers, like, early on, like, hey, have a beer, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And all of a sudden, like, it became obvious. It was like, this is not great. Like, this kid is fucking fucked up, and he wants to keep getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like I was giving him his first beer. I was finding out, like, this kid was, kid ended up having some addiction issues, like, later on. But I'm like, what are we gonna? Me and my buddy, like, I was best man at this kid's wedding. I'm like, what are we gonna do with this fucking kid?
Right.
It's a fucking disaster. Like, we're stuck with him. He's like mouthing off the chicks. I'm like, this is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you when we were in Amsterdam about? Have I told the story in the show about buying the weed?
I don't think
At
so.
the weed shop?
I don't think so.
So we go to Amsterdam. So we go to over to Europe. It was like me, my buddy Rudy, my buddy Gallagher. These are two guys like I've known for 4 years, right? My buddy Gallagher brings his buddy from home. Name will be stricken from the record. Can't stand this kid, the fucking lemon. All right, fact.
Fucking lemon.
So, anyways, you fly into Paris, right? And like we hang out there for a couple days, and we're going straight up to Amsterdam. Now, I've documented on the show, not a big weed guy, right? But, like, those guys like to smoke weed. I'm like, I'm not going to miss the chance to go to a weed bar. This is way back before there was no legal weed in the U.S.
You used to travel to Europe.
Yeah, there's like the cannabis cup, all this shit. It was like people would make trips just to do this, right? So I'm like, we'll go do it. So I go over there, right? And they're like, you go up to the bar, right? Now, they do not serve booze in these bars. They only serve weed, right? So I go up to the thing, I'm like, and there's this like Asian kid with bleach blonde hair. Wiffle. Looks like an Asian M&M. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, what are you guys looking for? And I'm like, all right, here's the deal. I'm like, all these guys
Asian
smoke.
M&M, dude.
He did. I'm like, all these guys smoke weed a lot. We come from Vermont. They have pretty good weed up there. I'm like, he's like, well, what are you looking for out of your high, man? I'm like, listen, I don't want to be pissing their pants in the corner in a half hour. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. So kid sells us his weed. We spend it up. And, like, it's four of us, right? It's me, my buddy Gallagher, my buddy Rudy, and this fucking lemon, right? So we're passing this thing around, and I'm like, I could see this kid is like, he's like, I don't really smoke that much weed or whatever. And I'm like, the funny thing is I don't bug out on weed, but I just don't like it that much. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, pumped about it. So passing around, I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, this kid is bugging the fuck out right now, right? And this weed is pretty crazy. And I'm starting to realize, like, I'm pretty fucking high. You know what I mean? This is like cannabis cup weed. I've never smoked shit like this. So I'm seeing this kid. I'm like, fuck. And we're like kind of like a busy square, like the way where we are, but we're inside the coffee shop. So like the girl comes around. She's like, you want something to drink? And I'm like, oh, you want a Sprite? To this kid, like, as I ordered a Sprite. And he's like, no, I don't want a Sprite. And I'm like, you want this? I'm like, you want to smoke this weed? You want to take this weed? And he's like, no, I don't want to smoke that. I'm like, you want to go have a cigarette? Chill out. He's like, I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything. Okay, out of here. And just fucking bugs the fuck out, right? So I'm like, all right. So now I'm high as fuck. And so is my buddy. So his buddy that he's like friends from home with is like taking him outside. So as he's taking him outside, the kid goes
ape shit.
No, he fucking passes the fuck out in the middle of the square.
Oh, good.
Right?
Good place, fart.
Boom, goes down, right? Ass of a tea kettle on the ground. Mercedes-Benz are stopping, screeching to a halt. I'm still in there. And we get this big bag of weed sitting there. All I can think about, because I'm so fucking high, is like Pulp Fiction. When Jules is telling Vince about when he went to Amsterdam, he's like, it's legal to have it, but it's not legal to buy. It's legal to buy it, but it's not legal to have it. And he's talking about the Mac, whatever. Yeah. So I'm like saying to my buddy, I go, do you remember Pulp Fiction? I'm high as fuck, and I go, you remember? I was like Jumptown like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, you remember Pulp Fiction? He's like, what? I'm like, is it legal to buy it or is it legal to have it? And he's like, what? I'm like, remember Jules is telling Vince, it's legal to have it? I'm like, fuck, I'm leaving this weed. Fucking done with this weed, right? I'm fucking leaving this weed. Get me out of here. So like now we're out on the street, fucking high as fuck. He finally gets this kid up. He's taking the lemon across the street. We start crossing the street. And all of a sudden, fucking, there's like cops now and like trying to see what's happening. This can just pass the fuck out. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, let's just fucking go. Let's go. So we're like halfway across the street. All of a sudden, fucking Chinese M&M, Asian M&M comes fucking darting out. He's like, hey, bro. And I'm like, what? He's like, you forgot your weed. There's like a cop there. And I'm like, I'm like, do I grab this weed from this kid? Am I going to jail right now? Am I going to be in Amsterdam fucking jail? Because it's not legal to have it, but you can buy it in the shop. That's how fucking high I was. So I'm like, what do I do? My buddy's like, I think you got to grab it from him. So like, went over there, like, it felt like I was moving in mud, like in a dream when you can't throw a punch.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I'm like, nah, like, grab the weed from him. I'm like, and I was like, and I remember I'm like, I can't, like, my buddy's like, this kid that he brought was like staying for like a couple weeks. He wasn't doing the whole trip. I'm like, I can't wait till your buddy fucking leaves. Yeah. Like, this kid already ruined this fucking trip for me. For Christ's sakes. Dude, that place was wild though. Amsterdam was fucking wild.
I would imagine it is.
It's beautiful parts to it. Like, we walked around, like, went to like the Van Gogh Museum, there's some cool shit, and then you walk down, there's just a chick you can like pay her $4 and walk in the window and fuck her. You know what I mean? Like, it was funny. I had a whatever. He's not a relation to me. I'll say that. I remember he's like, "Did you fuck any of the hookers in Amsterdam?" I'm like, "What? No." I'm like, "I don't want to get AIDS." Like, and he's like, "Oh, it's like the best part of being there." I'm like, "Dude, you are a degenerate, like, person. Like, like if you walk around like the way it is in Amsterdam, like, I'm sure most people know, like, there's just chicks in windows, and like you could just pay them, and you go in there, they shut the drapes, and you fuck her,
right,
or whatever." And I remember being like. Dude, I remember being like, this, there's nothing, when I was like looking at these girls at the window, like, we walked down the street, we were curious about it. I'm like, sure. There is nothing sexual about this at all. Like, if you do this, you probably have, like, killed a person. Like, that's the type of level.
Dama.
We went to, but we went there for like a few days. And, like, I remember, like, after that happened, after a couple of days, I'm like, dude, I want to get the fuck out of here. Let's go to someplace with a fucking bar. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to fucking drink some beers.
Absolutely.
We ended up in the Czech Republic. They had 25-cent beers. Like, it was, like, wicked cheap there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we stayed there for like 3 weeks. Like, dinner was like $6, and like we would drink all you could drink for like $10.
That's awesome.
Great. All right, dude. That was a pretty fucking full session right there.
Solid.
All over the place. Zero fucking prep, by the way.
No, zero. It was a good time, which means we need a vacation, maybe.
I know. Well, you know what we'll take a vacation? When you motherfuckers tell us this week that you come to this party.
Yeah, baby.
That's happening. All right, so let us know. Like, I know we get a lot of. We're gonna have a great crew there. I know some of the people who are.
We get a lot of mouth breathers saying that they're gonna buy a ticket. Just buy a fucking ticket,
dude. I know we're gonna have people of all sorts at this thing.
It's gonna be
we're gonna
awesome.
have investment bankers. We're gonna have ex-cons, prison guards.
Yep.
Fact, we have a show coming up in a couple weeks.
It's gonna blow your dicks off.
Like, I don't want to. Like, first of all, we have a show coming up next week that's fucking unbelievable. By the way, did you just hear somebody like outside?
No, I heard a door closed, but I think it's your neighbors.
Oh, it's that. Yeah.
This is lights on.
That kind of bugged me out a little bit. I think I was talking about being high so long that I started feeling high. No, it's gonna be fucking awesome. We got some great shows coming up. We're gonna have Clark and Fitzy in here next week to talk Halloween.
Yep.
We're gonna have a regular week with me and you. Mm-hmm. Kind of trying to do kind of maybe every other type of thing with like guests. And then we're gonna have a show that is gonna. I'm not even gonna tease it. I told Maggie what it is. We came up with this idea, like, maybe even kind of like right when we started doing the show. We're going to do this. We've been saving it for a while.
Right.
I am fucking so excited for it.
As am I.
It's going
to be great.
It's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great.
We should have a list of questions, like, ready.
I mean, dude, like, I'm not teasing it. I can't talk about it anymore because I'm getting too excited and I'll ruin it. And then we're going to have, as we get into Thanksgiving area, we're going to have, like, your boy's going to come on, John, right?
Yeah, who is, by the way, golfing with us
on Friday. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get, it's going to be a mess. Friday's going to be a mess.
Total disaster.
North Shore Beef's golf tournament.
Yep.
I have heard that they're going to, it's in Peabody, but I think I'm going to Uber. Like, I don't think I can drive a car to this place and expect to come back from it. I just don't think that's like you got to be realistic. You know what I mean? We always promote, hey, if you're going to go out and have a good time, leave your car behind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We always promote that unless we're kind of feeling it and then we drive home. I'm just kidding. All right. We'll be back next week. And a couple of quick things, couple quick ending notes. One, we just mailed out some of the tickets. If you haven't got tickets but you paid for them, just send us a message tomorrow on or whenever you hear this and let us know and we'll send you the tickets. I'm overdue on sending a few shirts out. My boy Paul, fucking doobie, I missed it. He was slinging burgers out moving the other day and I missed it.
So I didn't want to. He just texted me right now.
Did he say it was my shirt?
No. My man got into a car accident, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He just sent me a long message. I'm going to read
I don't
later.
think that shirt's gonna solve any of that. But
yeah, but Paul is obviously okay because he's texted me. And,
yeah, if he's texting, he's fine.
But the back of his car is it's about as broken as my dreams.
And yeah, so anyways, hopefully Paul's going to be fine. He'll have a new shirt to wear when he's like nursing how many broken bones he has now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I got shirts that are going out. I got a bunch of guys that are doing it, and that I owe shirts too. And the only disappointment with this show was Jumptown didn't call in, but we're hoping we'll get Jumptown back.
He'll be back.
Denali Food Trucks. It's your boy Jumptown. All right, we'll see you next week.
Later,
Peace.
boys and girls.